The Lord of Salvation too, who is omnipresent throughout the whole universe, rescued all living beings from the path of ignorance with his mighty and divine power. My body is heating up. It's starting to take effect. Yet all beings are unaware of it, as if they were blind to the world around them. The rood is my dwelling, the reach of my mercy is unlimited. TL note, literally sun and moon. The idea here is that without comprehension, one is like a blind man who can't see, even though they have the light of the sun and moon shining on them. By Mang. Once the auspicious clouds opened the gates of life and the propitious smoke clogged the house of the dead as the universe came into being out of the three energies, he who grasps them will obtain the key. Hey, how do you read the next word? Forget it, just skip it, holy shit. What the hell is wrong with you, sis? Ugh. The fuck is going on? My head suddenly hurts like it's gonna explode. My will exempts all sing, delivers the masses from all calamity, writhes. But in between the pain, there's a vague feeling that the ing-tang point between my eyebrows seems to be connected to something in the spirit world. And that thing is coming out. And once there ascended the endless path to the land of immortals, all will naturally be pure. We did it. Benefactor, you're a shaman now. Is that the guardian spirit that was spawned from my head? Why does it look like a dumpling? Not quite. It's just an embryo of a guardian spirit that hasn't hatched yet. Alas, like me, the benefactor isn't talented enough to summon a full guardian spirit in a single step. This embryo will need to be closely nurtured by you for at least more than a year before it can hatch. Even though you're now a shaman and can open your yin and yang eyes to see and track ghosts, without a mature guardian spirit, you can't increase the longevity of your soul. That's not necessarily so. Skill mastery, spiritual nourishment from reality technique. Current level, LV0. Current effect, a special spirit embryo split from the very soul. It acts as an intermediary between that which is and that which is not, granting the practitioner the boon of spiritual sight. Great. If it's a skill and it has a plus sign, then I can fucking pay to win the shit out this thing. Xie Yan's new villa. While Bai Ming was gathering materials for me, I started to save up on origin points. It's quite simple to earn origin points in a modern era, so I drew on my excellent skills of writing porn, added the bizarre events of the past few days, and posted it online after some finishing touches. I then spent several million on finding ghostwriters to drum up hype, and have already saved up an adequate amount, so now is the perfect time to use them. Alright, let me see how many origin points the spiritual nourishment from reality technique costs. Benefactor. Your guardian spirit embryo. It instantly hatched into its final mature form? This just doesn't make any sense. Origin points remaining, 16.59452. Skill mastery, spiritual nourishment from reality technique. Current level, LV2 level exceed. Current effect, a special guardian spirit split from the very soul. It acts as an intermediary between that which is and that which is not, granting the practitioner the boon of direct spiritual contact, and increasing the lifespan of the practitioner's soul by 10 years. This technique actually didn't cost me a lot, 30 origin points was enough to go over the level cap. Direct spiritual contact, does that mean I can finally lose martial arts to fight ghosts? But what's most important is that it prolongs the lifespan of my soul by 10 years, so I will have enough time to find a way to prolong my life if I don't use the finger of nirvana indiscriminately. Chubby, what should I name you? Gosh, why isn't it reacting at all? By Ming, why does this guardian spirit seem so stupid? Benefactor, although you've hatched the guardian spirit straight into its mature form, you didn't form its consciousness. A guardian spirit that can't be commanded is just a shell, so there's no point in keeping it as a pet, let alone controlling it to fight ghosts. I see, but for better or worse, it increased my lifespan, so it's not a loss. Let me just put it away for now. I really don't have talent for shamanism. I had to forcibly rely on money to reach the entry level using that bath. If it weren't for the system, even if I had spent my entire life, it would have probably remained in that LV0 embryonic state. Benefactor, don't be discouraged. Since the guardian spirit won't do, if you can learn shamanic magic, you can still exorcise ghosts. Since the guardian spirit won't do, you'll have to raise your fighting power to make up for it. These are all spells and rituals that can only be used to exorcise spirits, but they won't improve my martial arts mastery, and they're written in such an enigmatic way that I don't know how long it would take me to learn the basics. How powerful are these shamanic techniques? How many of them do I need to practice to kill that Bien Gue ghost that's haunting me? Benefactor, it's a super strong wraith on par with the Ghost King, so you probably won't have any luck even if you practice all of them. I don't have any shamanic magic stronger than this. Okay, since I can't count on you, it looks like I'll have to physically fight against ghosts. Benefactor, although you're not an ordinary person and have a guardian spirit which allows you to see and wound spiritual beings, if it's just an ordinary wandering spirit, it's fine, but if it's a slightly more sinister one, it can't be defeated by the human body alone. You'll still have to rely on shamanic magic, eh? What are you doing? Oh, by Ming Ming, you still don't know me well enough. If a man's strength is no match for a ghost, what about power that transcends human beings? Can a ghost stand up to a punch like this that's been hardened by 20 years of martial arts practice? Emphasis on the fact that this was just a random punch. Benefactor, I was wrong. You're not human. You must be the reincarnation of some demon. Wah, will I be silenced now that I know this? Don't kill me. I'll offer up anything but my money to you. What the hell are you imagining? I'm a human, not a demon. That's right. I still have important information to tell you. Didn't the benefactor ask me to look into that Ghost King Lin Feng a while ago? I found out that there was indeed such a person as Lin Feng 1,000 years ago, who suddenly disappeared, but no further records. Though I found out from the ancient texts that his former residence was in the city of Xiaoshui, so it might be possible to dig up some more clues. I was going to use this information to get some pocket money from the benefactor, Wah, but now I won't dare. Former residence? It's a good idea to gather more information before I fight the Ghost King. Then let's go right now. By the way, benefactor, am I imagining things because of the shock? It looks like the house is trembling. It's not your imagination. I carelessly smashed the load-bearing pillar with my punch. Damn it, I'll have to buy a new villa again. Historically protected structure previously collapsed and rebuilt, original owner unknown. Ooh, you can feel the creepy atmosphere blowing on your face as soon as you get here, so there's indeed something here. Benefactor, we should be careful. On the way here, I heard from Bai Mingming that this building was demolished and rebuilt from an old house more than 20 years ago. After that, there were frequent haunting incidents, forcing the residents to move out. The later developers 46 were reluctant to touch this haunted site anymore, and it became known as one of the most well-known haunted houses in the neighborhood, attracting countless overly curious individuals to come and investigate. Although there have been no cases of death by evil spirits attacking people here, those who have visited were so frightened that they were left with serious psychological trauma. The hell? Just walk properly. Don't stick to me. Little fella, I'm so scared. You should walk next to me, I get it now. I say, Bai Mingming. Aren't you a little too useless? You've only been here a few minutes. And you've been possessed by a ghost? How could there be such a useless shaman as you? Where are you, fiend? Watch how I physically exorcise you. Get the flick out of her body. You're a shaman too? Moreover, your magic is weird. It was like some sort of extraordinary force entered her body, and not only did it only knock her unconscious and not harm her, but it also forced me out. But now that you've entered the dragon's lair, no matter what means you have, don't think you will ever leave. Bewitching ghost sign ETL note, Chinger. Ha, dream on. A little ghost girl, huh? Just the thing to try out my guardian spirit. Guardian spirit, come out and vanquish the evil spirit. Go. As I thought, it's not going to be of any use. I'd rather not release it again. It's so humiliating. This is the guardian spirit my big sisters told me about? How useless. If it's this weak, surely your ability as its master is pitiful. Such a shame to have such a pretty face for nothing. Big sisters, come out. This shaman isn't to be feared. Bewitching ghost purpley, it's been years since anyone's been here, hasn't it? Such a lovely boy, I'm drooling all over. Bewitching ghost yellowy. Bewitching ghost bluey. It's all because Sister Reddy went too far last time and squeezed the vitality out of the young man who came in by mistake and narrowly lost his life. Bewitching ghost Reddy. This is the first time Cyane's seen a shaman, right? Good job. As is custom, I'll have the first course of the meal, followed by yellowy, bluey, and purpley. What about me? What about me? You've only been a ghost for less than 100 years. You're just a kid amongst them. Your spiritual form is unstable, so you need to continue your cultivation. You can't come into contact with primordial yang as you please. But I want to be as awesome as you sisters. Let's go together. If we take it easy this time, we'll have more time to have fun. Hey, I'm being forcibly divided up among you girls? It's not like I haven't experienced 1 versus 5 before, but this time it's 5 female ghosts instead. So let me find out how different it feels when it's against female ghosts. Divine Impact of Zen. What is this power? Mercy Master. TL note, a title of respect for a Buddhist or Taoist monk, a high/senior monk who's proficient in the Buddhist scriptures. Guardian Spirit, return. Master, we won't dare to do it again. We've just got an insatiable thirst for the vital essence of the living. We've never actually taken a human's life. This is Lin Feng's former residence. What relationship do you have with him for you to dwell here? Though I can't command my guardian spirit, it allows me to use my martial arts with some kind of extraordinary force that's enough to harm spiritual beings. Looks like I'll have to go all the way with the physical exorcism route. TL note, literally exterminate body and soul alike. Answer me truthfully, or I'll utterly obliterate you all. Noble Master, it is very perceptive. We're all just wandering spirits, so we simply don't know who Lin Feng is. We just wanted to find a place where we could make our home. TL note, this term was said in the old days to praise a man for his knowledge and ability to make discerning judgments. It is probably used here as an implication that he can easily judge what they say next is true. It's not Big Sister's fault we have such a miserable lot, it's just that the rotten men of this world don't understand our virtue. Don't cry, Big Sis. No one cherished me while I was alive, and even after death I still have to feel apprehension. My life is so bitter. Don't pick on my big sisters. Little sister, don't anger the master. Come on, don't pretend to be crybabies, I'm not buying it. Are there any other ghosts here besides you girls? These female ghosts are on a completely different level from Bien Gue, and their demeanor is also worlds apart, so they're probably really only using this place as their lair. There is, in fact, another ghost hidden in this haunted house, but TL note, feng shui term for a residence for the deceased. But what? Just give it to me straight. That ghost's energy is far greater than ours, but it seems to be sealed in the dried-up well in the middle of the courtyard, so even if it gets out of the well, it can't leave the backyard. That's why we sisters dare not go to the backyard for fear of being devoured by it. It was only out of goodwill that we were trying to scare people away, for fear that someone might break into the backyard and fall victim to its wicked hands. So the most we ought to get as a reward is to be able to extract some of their primordial yang, which will only hurt their vitality, but not take their lives. Now that I think about it like that, we're all immensely virtuous ghosts. Perhaps we've even accumulated a lot of good deeds. TL note, literally merits and virtues. I'm going down there to take a look. You stay where you are and don't move. Master, my sisters are really not lying to you. The ghost inside the well is very powerful. If this haunted house wasn't suitable for cultivation, we'd have left long ago. If you're met with misfortune, no ghost can save you. You're actually a kind-hearted young ghost, don't worry. I'm not the one who's going to be met with misfortune. Master? Oh, there's so much space inside this well, I really couldn't tell from the outside. This really is a world of its own. Where's the ghost? Let me go find it. Origin points obtained avarice, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Origin points obtained avarice, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Origin points obtained avarice, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Origin points obtained avarice, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. The living, the smell of flesh and blood. Yo, looks like I don't have to look for it. I'll eat you. Eat me? Let me see how you'll do that after I twist your head off. With the Guardian Spirit's bone, it's really a one-punch deal. Judging by this Ghost General's name, he must be part of the Ghost King's party. Origin points obtained abhorrence, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Origin points obtained abhorrence, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Origin points obtained abhorrence, 0.01 points Ghost General Wang Yi. Mortal, how impudent you are. How can your head grow back when it's been blown off? Phew, I've gotten so used to beating people up that I forget I'm fighting a ghost. Die. Divine impact of Zen. Reflect. Sorry, but I won't die at your hands. On the contrary, I think you're the one who's going to cease to exist. Mortal, don't be so presumptuous. I'm immortal. Don't talk big. Even ghosts have to be honest. According to what Bai Mingming told me, ghosts are made up of yin energy, and even though they can recover from injuries, they consume this energy when doing so. Your yin energy is just a little bit stronger. Sai, I hope you can hold on long enough for me to get some practice. Why hasn't there been any movement? He wasn't eaten by the ghost in the well, was he? Cyane is really worried about that shaman fella, huh? The little lass is finally growing up. Does she have a crush on him? Not to mention Cyane, even someone like me, who's been around tons of men, has her heart beating like crazy. TL note, literally has desire for love begun to sprout? Should I go inside and take a look? If I float fast enough, I might be able to save him. Phew, the fight lasted longer than I thought it would. It seems that even with the Guardian Spirit's bone, the power of my punches is still somewhat small. Origin points obtained adoration, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Cyane. Origin points obtained adoration, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Cyane. Origin points obtained adoration, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Cyane. Origin points obtained reverence, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Ready. Origin points obtained reverence, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Yellowy. Origin points obtained reverence, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Bluey. Origin points obtained reverence, 0.01 points Bewitching Ghost Purpley. Why am I getting spammed with origin points again? Master, you annihilated the ghost inside the well? I almost got eaten by it last time, so the master helped me get my revenge. Bravo, Master is so brave and strong. Why can't I learn my big sister's boldness? I don't deserve to be a proper bewitching ghost. Beauty energy. A ghost's beauty energy is much purer than that of humans. It comes so easily and with such richness. I'll get twice the result with half the effort if I use it to practice the finger of flowery swords. Sisters, there's one more thing we still haven't told the master yet. Oh, yeah, I was so focused on absorbing his primordial yang, I almost forgot. There's more? This dried-up well is extremely peculiar. When we sisters first moved to this haunted house, we teamed up to eliminate the ghost inside it in an attempt to take over its territory. However, we never imagined that before long, a stronger ghost would appear inside the well. This cycle would continue until we were unable to defeat the ghost general that appeared. Now that the master has eliminated the ghost general, a new one will appear, and it will likely be even stronger, so what are we going to do? It's very difficult to find a safe haven, and we sisters don't want to move. It sounds like a monster spawn point. Could this well have been made by Lin Feng using some sort of magic tool? It's easy to gather origin points from ghosts, and it's a good way to practice for the major battle with Lin Feng. I, Xia Yan, have a soft heart for the fairer sex. Acquaintances are often made after a fight, and as a shaman who supports justice, how can I turn a blind eye to such a sight? So we may as well settle here to suppress this dried-up well that keeps rearing evil spirits. From now on, we'll live under the same roof, hope that we'll keep an eye on each other, and be on very intimate terms. TL note, literally make no distinction between what's one's own and what's another's. I want to be on very intimate terms with Lord Xia Yan right now. Lord Xia Yan's righteousness is awe-inspiring and truly admirable to behold. And I can use this to practice the finger of flowery swords. It's a win-win situation. TL note, literally one move, two gains. An hour later, a certain someone who was forgotten. What the hell happened while I was unconscious? Isn't this a haunted house? Why is it this, nice and cozy? Lord Xia Yan, the toilet has been immaculately scrubbed clean. TL note, literally untainted by even a speck of dust. The lobby has been tidied up. Lord Xia Yan, the bedroom has been put into order. Would you like to try it now? I knew it. I have such big boobs, but you didn't even spare me a single glance. I thought you didn't like women at first, but what I didn't expect was that you're not into humans. Just how dirty are you? TL note, literally heavy mouth. Generally refers to perversions that are unacceptable to most people. Don't be ridiculous, this is my new home. What? Living with a bunch of female ghosts? Benefactor, what exactly are you up to? I'm going to give you an assignment. Buy me a full set of furniture, no need to worry about the expense. Oh, and a complete set of top-of-the-line live streaming equipment, too. Live streaming? A few days later. Benefactor, the ghost energy in the backyard has suddenly intensified. A ghost is about spawn in that well again. Soundcheck complete. A yellowy, brighten the lights a bit. What's the point of broadcasting an exorcism? We've spent dozens of millions on roller advertisements, but no ordinary people can see ghosts, Benefactor. That doesn't matter. The important thing is the result. The process is all about making it fun for the masses. Just remember to make me look good. Action. Audacious fiend. I'll expose your true colors. Have I been of help to you, Lord Xia Yan? Thanks for your trouble. Thanks to these bewitching ghosts, the beauty energy I was provided with was much purer than that of human beings, thus allowing me to reach the entry level of the finger of flowery swords in no time flat. Once I reached level 2, it became much more enjoyable and effortless for me to fight ghosts, but I can't kill them too quickly, since I still have to gather origin points from the live stream. Impossible, you're just a petty mortal. Wow, the number of people in the live stream has gone over 1 million. No wonder so much money was spent on promotion, even the big screen of the Xiaoshui Business Center was contracted. Huohuo's live stream. How can he fly that high? What the hell is this host doing jumping around and hitting the air for? Is it special effects or concealed suspension wires? Dude, why don't you make your debut? If you do, I'll be your biggest fan who cares about special effects. I'm here to drool over your beautiful face. Isn't he just showing off his looks on the live stream? Is he just trying to draw attention to himself? Geez, rich people really have some lame ideas. Why is this categorized as horror? TL note, literally lick face. Used to express great admiration for someone's good looks. Benefactor, the live stream is going great. That's good, continue the commentary. Origin points obtained adoration, 0.00001 points Lu Qing. Origin points obtained anger, 0.00001 points. Origin points obtained envy, 0.00001 points Su Yangi. Origin points obtained fear, 0.00001 points Pang Mind. Origin points obtained avarice, 0.00001. Origin points obtained charted, 0.00001 points. There are those who slander and those who support my live content. Anyway, since I can't take my reputation with me after I leave this world, any emotions that can provide me with origin points are welcome. I've got you now, evil spirit. Kasaya. The more stunts I play to get more origin points, the better. TL note, a kasaya is a patch-workout vestment worn by a Buddhist monk. Grandmaster Xie Yan has summoned his kasaya of destiny, which can blot out the whole sky and turn the universe on its head. Is this the trailer for a movie? Nice special effects. No, it's like some kind of haunted house live stream. TL note, literally blot out the sky, cover the sun and reverse heaven and earth. A very elaborate expression showing that something is latterly imposing, magnificent and powerful. Grandmaster Xie Yan hits with his sword finger. Bull's eye. He's hit the evil spirit. That was a beautiful move. It's a shame that many of you ordinary mortals in the audience can't see the evil spirit. Still, you folks must keep up the amazing job of viewing Grandmaster Xie. TL note, literally 666, internet slang for utterly fabulous. TL note, literally brushing, a neologism for flipping/browsing through updates on social media. He won. A great victory, eh? Why did a strange page pop up all of a sudden? Toys Heart G19 real-life combat simulation popular search query on SkyMeow. Click to purchase. TL note, the Toys Heart G19 is a Japanese Napoleon masturbatory. It's available for purchase online. Sorry about that, that's the end of the stream. Please stay tuned to Shaman Manhwa's live stream channel for when the next one is scheduled. So funny, this suddenly popped up out of nowhere at the end? But it was quite interesting and the host is incredibly handsome. Real life simulation, order now. Lin Feng's former residente. Despicable human. The Ghost King, whom we serve, will soon awaken and turn the whole world into a vicious circle of malevolent spirits from which not even you can escape. Oh, so you ghost generals really are connected to the Ghost King. Tell me, where's he hiding now? When will he awaken? If you want to know, just wait until you die and turn into a ghost. TCH, he simply blew his brains out. I was hoping to get some more information out of him. But from what he said, I can assume that Lin Feng really hasn't awakened yet and still needs some more time, so it seems there's still enough time to pluck up origin points. Lord Xie Yan, let me wipe your sweat. Hold still, there's a little dust here. Oh, thanks. Is Cyane really a bewitching ghost? If she's so gentle and obedient, it would be more appropriate to call her a maid ghost. Alas, Cyane is too young, she hasn't had time to be taught many ghost life lessons yet. If you want a man to obey you, you only have to use these words, I'll squeeze you completely dry. And so, with the good show results as well as group hype, I successfully managed to carve out my own world in the live streaming industry. The harvest of origin points was also quite pleasing. As I told you, I have no lack of money. Whoever gives me donations is whoever I'm concerned about. As long as everyone is happy, my assistants will draw 100 viewers and give each of them 10,000 in red envelopes. TL notes, money wrapped in red envelopes as a gift, bribe, or kickback. As my fiery reputation grew, many shamans from out of town came to visit me to investigate. After I demonstrated my magical martial arts, they all expressed their admiration and wanted to learn them from me. But they couldn't offer me anything compelling enough in exchange, so, naturally, I refused. System level, LV2. Name, Xie Yan. Realm, acquired realm 3rd layer. Origin points 424.48611. Skill Mastery, Finger of Flowery Swords. Current level, LV2. I have over 400 origin points again. Sure enough, it's really easy to gather them in a modern world. I can finally upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 3. Hey, Cyane, boil me a pot of Coke with ginger and give me a shoulder massage while you're at it. Cyane and Mingming have gone shopping downtown. Aren't we at home? You only remember to call on her, such bias. Not just a mere shoulder massage, I can do much, much more. I don't know how, but it seems like I have developed the habit of calling on Cyane for everything. How many days has this gone on? Gosh, who made her the easiest to use? Cyane, don't you love hounding the benefactor? Why are you following me? Because Big Sis Mingming is a very sloppy shopper. I know exactly what Lord Xiaoyan usually likes to eat and what brand of underwear he wears. Although there's no analogy between the age of a human and a ghost, being called Big Sis by a female ghost who's nearly 100 years old is a very conflicting feeling. Spirit exorcism talismans, oh, no. Cyane, run. It's a shaman who hunts ghosts. But what about you, Big Sis Mingming? Go! The ghost of the old world hasn't respawned yet, and since I've upgraded the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 3, I don't have any other skills to upgrade for the time being, so I might as well practice the Fist of God I learned in the second small world. Though it's not much to look at, it's more impressive than Southern boxing, so I can change my performance during the live stream, making it more appealing for the audience. I'm really working hard for the origin points. Lord Xiaoyan, hurry. Please save Mingming. Did something happen? On our way back, we ran into a shaman and Mingming to protect me. She was taken away by them. There's actually someone who dares to touch my people and harm my ghosts? Cyane, can you keep going? Lead the way. I'm fine. Assholes, let me go. You even wrecked my car. Do you know how much it was worth? I've got a powerful companion. If anything happens to me, he won't let you away with it. I can't keep this rambling up for much longer. Why isn't the benefactor here yet? Don't let anything happen to Cyane. She was hurt by a spell. Guardian Spirit Mei Lang. Distinguished shaman family, legitimate son of the Ing family. Ing Jun, just a crappy shaman and a little underage bewitching ghost, but you couldn't catch them all, so you had to let one go? We're truly sorry, young master. However, with this woman, you should be able to force that man surnamed Xia to hand over his martial art. A shaman who no one has ever heard of or where he got his inheritance from was actually able to master such an unheard of martial art capable of killing evil spirits. What a reckless waste of God's gifts. If he gives it up obediently, I'll leave it at that and just cripple his cultivation, but if he resists, I'll give him a taste of the Ing family's methods. Ing family, that Ing family whose inheritance has lasted for 1,000 years. Well, since you've heard of it, then you should know how prestigious my family is among the shaman families. Looking at you more closely, you're not bad looking. Your face and body all suit my tastes, especially your virginity. Has that guy surnamed Xia actually never laid his hands on you? Could it be he's actually impotent? I'll grant you a chance to be a good girl and cooperate with me. Once I get the martial art from that guy surnamed Xia, I'll consider taking you as my concubine. 1,000-year-old distinguished family is flicking something, huh? All you have to do is open your mouth and grant someone a chance, as if everyone was begging you for it. Plus, you have such an unsightly face, you make me sick to my stomach just by looking at you. Take me as your concubine? You wish. Impudence. You ungrateful bitch. TL note, literally give pace. Don't want face, used when someone rejects an offer to save one's dignity reputation. Mei Lang, use your magic. Stir up her lust. I'll make her crawl at my feet like the bitch she is. Why, you're shameless. Oh, I couldn't put up with him for a moment there. What should I do? I don't want this. This is. Was it you who just bullied Cyan and kidnapped by Ming Ming? Who's there? Come out. Mei Lang, protect me. Mei Lang? Impossible, this can't be. How could someone be so strong as to instantly kill my guardian spirit? I seem to have heard you calling me impotent. How much did you drink to get this wasted? You're the one surnamed Xie? You can't kill me. I'm from the Ing fam. Pal, that's not how you beg for mercy. With you being this arrogant, and not even capable of saying my full name, surely you didn't think I'd let you breathe any longer. Benefactor, I didn't even have time to stop you. Why did you kill him? He's from the Ing family. The notorious and extremely unscrupulous Ing family who sides with their own despite being at fault. By killing him, his whole family will come after you like rabid dogs. So I'll just kill them all, grind their bones, and scatter their ashes later. That way, no one will know, will they? Besides, that's hardly the point. The point is, if I didn't kill him, would he stop bothering me? Good for nothing, you've been following me around for this long, and you're still this scared of trouble? I was prepared by the time those shamans came to my door, wanting to inquire about the secrets of my unique martial art. In this world, those who don't worry about scarcity worry about uneven distribution. TL note, this is a reference to one of Confucius' ideas on taxation. Confucius pointed out in chapter 16 of the Analects of Confucius, I have heard that the nobility do not worry about scarcity, but rather about uneven distribution. Do not worry about underpopulated, but rather about unrest. If wealth is equalized, there will be no scarcity. If there is harmony, there will be no shortage of people. If there is stability, there will be no danger of being overthrown. Because of this, if those from afar do not yet pledge their allegiance, let them be invited with benevolence, righteousness, propriety, and cheerfulness. If they have already come, let them dwell in peace. Therefore, it's about time to disclose my martial art. It is called Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique. By Ming Ming, you'll be my inheritance elder. Oh, Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique? Hey, you guys, watch the other two lanes. Why are you all jostling down the bot lane? I want to be all lovey-dovey with my beloved Lord Xie too. Go back to the jungle, Purpley. Only I can be Lord Xie's boob feeder. Use yogurts. But don't kill the ones at low HP. Let me finish them off. TL note, all the above sentences are references to the video game League of Legends. The map is divided into 4 sections, the 3 lanes, top, mid, and bot, and the jungle. You guys are so laid back, I'm exhausted. Oh, Ming Ming, I only asked you to keep a watch at the door, and when you saw a shaman paying a visit, pitch them the ultimate demonic bliss technique. How tired can you be? When those shamans learned that you were finally going to pass on your martial art technique, they spread the word like wildfire, and among those who came, many belonged to distinguished families well renowned within their circle. Even the Ing family sent someone. They don't even know that Ing Jun died at your hands. The benefactor did a great job silencing them. Strangely enough, a lot of shamans have come to Xia Shui recently, not just for the martial art manuscripts, whatever. I've got a lot of good stuff for the benefactor this time. Good stuff? Ming Ming, let me wipe your sweat. You're such a nice girl, Cyan. Benefactor, I've been exchanging the manuscripts for a bunch of techniques. Though ordinary shamanic techniques aren't as good as your martial arts, still, the top 4 bamboo slips are rare techniques, especially suitable for the benefactor to practice as the master of a guardian spirit that vainly possesses an outer shell with no consciousness. Spirit casting technique, soul consolidation technique, theory of guardian spirit cultivation, and 108 ways to cultivate rapport with a guardian spirit. As I thought, I don't get anything, but since I've got nothing better to do, and have almost finished practicing my own martial arts, I'll practice reading these things starting tonight. 2 months later. Sure enough, I shouldn't have held any hopes for the shamanic techniques of this world. I stumbled throughout the entire basics of the 4 books that Bai Ming Ming brought back, and then discovered that I could even use the system's development function to fuse them into one skill. This may sound like a good thing, however. Shit, what the bloody hell is this? Skill Mastery, Spirit Casting and Soul Consolidation Technique. Current level, LV2 level cap exceed. Current effect, a combination of the Spirit Casting Technique, Soul Consolidation Technique, Theory of Guardian Spirit Cultivation and 108 Ways to Cultivate Rapport with a Guardian Spirit, which greatly enhances the resonance between the Guardian Spirit and their master and increases the possibility of Guardian Spirit metamorphosis. Why can't I understand what this description means? My lord, get up and have your meal. Cuckoo. Hey, Lord Xiayan, your bird can hoot now. He's gained intellect. Benefactor, you're a real genius. You got such a miraculous result after just 2 months of cultivation. It's still pretty retarded, since it can only slightly respond to my commands. The skills in this world are really not cost-effective. This crap cost me almost 800 origin points all the way until now. Wasn't it more worthwhile to use what I saved up to upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4? TL note, literally wouldn't it smell good? Video games often charge money to buy equipment or gamble for stuff, but the price is often unsatisfactory, at which point someone might say this expression. It all started when an old man who was selling junk said, "Wouldn't it be better, smell good, to use my money to buy ribs?" Which implies it'd be a better deal to buy the ribs. By the way, how's your training on the Heavenly Guard I taught you going? It's so hard to practice it, Benefactor. Can't you teach me something simple like the upgraded version of the Ultimate Demonic Bliss technique? Stop yapping with me. I told you to practice it, so just do it. If you don't learn the basics in 3 days, I'll take away your money. I'll practice right away. She really doesn't let people have any ease of mind. What are you laughing about, Cyane? Because Lord Xiayan is so kind-hearted, it's obvious that you're afraid of Big Sis Mingming's inability to defend herself, so you're forcing her to learn it, but pretend to be so devilish to keep her from feeling grateful to you. I'll go keep an eye on Big Sis Mingming to make sure she doesn't fail to live up to Lord Xiayan's goodwill. Don't forget to threaten her by taking away her money, that's the only thing she'll listen to. Cyane is pretty good at taking other people's clothes off, good at understanding other people's intentions. She's really taking the load off me these days. Maybe what I was missing was a little maid like her. TL note, clothes and intentions have similar pronunciations. I'll have to teach that damned girl you some manners when I get back to the main world. Well, that's happily settled then. System panel, come out. Let me see if I can upgrade something with the remaining origin points. Jesus. I really can't. Origin points remaining, 1053.16543. Skill Mastery, Finger of Flowery Swords. Current level, LV3, plus. Not enough origin points to perform this upgrade. Okay. Skill Mastery, Finger of Nirvana. Current level, LV3. Requirements haven't been met to perform this upgrade. Okay. It seems that the advancement from level 3 to level 4 for high-level martial arts is quite the hurdle. Even with this many origin points, I can't upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords. And what the hell is up with the Finger of Nirvana? It even requires special requirements? Bien Gue said he would come to butcher me in 3 months when he ran off. Now it's almost time. Will that guy show up on schedule? It would be best if he doesn't. There's still a lot of time left before my half-year quest deadline. If I accidentally kill him, I'll have to return immediately. It's not so often that I get to cross over into a modern world, so I'd be really sorry about my 500 origin points entry ticket if I don't rip off a bunch more before I get back. Distinguished Shaman Family Pang Family Patriarch Pang de Bayo. Distinguished Shaman Family Ing Family Patriarch Ing Wu. Long time no see, Ing Wu, my boy. Why don't I see your second son? Didn't you say he was coming too? I hope you have been doing well, Brother Pang. Ing Jun ran off God knows where and took his soul lantern and life medallion to prevent me from catching him, that lousy punk. Ha ha ha, he's still young. It's good to be lively. I didn't think we'd be able to get our families together like this. I wonder if that person will be satisfied. Distinguished shaman family she family patriarch she Sai. How dare I not come if that person summons us? By the way, have you been investigating Xiayan of the Xia family? My boy, you, is here too. I thought you absolutely hated to move away from your lair. Yes, we did. There's nothing unusual about it. It's just that his martial arts skills are quite remarkable. Indeed, it's extremely unusual for even a shaman to be able to fight ghosts with earthly martial arts. Ha ha ha, it looks like we all got Xia Yan's book, Ultimate Demonic Bliss Technique. So, how do you feel after practicing it? I've passed it on to those under me. It's actually quite simple to learn the basics, and it really does have some effect on strengthening one's body, but nowhere near as good as Xia Yan's performance. I suspect he has even more powerful martial arts. I advise you too not to mention Xia Yan in front of that person later, as he's one of the descendants of the four great families, who was essential to perform the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual, and since he's still alive and kicking, knowing that person's temperament, I'm sure he won't want to hear that name. Don't blame me for nagging, but my family has recorded more ancient accounts of his deeds, and I'm fully aware of the entire course of events. 300 years ago, the four great families renounced their inheritance, took nothing with them, and merely chose to return to life as ordinary people. That's not exactly a betrayal, but when he awoke, he exploded with fury and sacrificed their descendants to perform the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual. Moreover, that person didn't inform us when he awoke in Biengai's body, or even when he started the divine ghost resurrection blood sacrifice ritual, nor did he call us up until he regained a certain amount of his strength by devouring Shingun's century-old guardian spirit, K-Wei. That's some rather chilly temperament. Shoo, keep it to yourself. That person's coming out. You guys, pay attention. We humbly welcome your majesty back to the world of humans. 1,000 years. I've been lying dormant for 1,000 years, and now I'm finally back to the world of humans. How's the current political situation after 1,000 years? Reporting, Your Majesty. Within the past 1,000 years, we, ghost retainers, have completely infiltrated the shaman's inner circle, severed their inheritances without anyone knowing it, and have become the sole legitimate doctrine in this continent. TL note, literally without neither gods nor demons knowing or sensing. We've just been waiting for Your Majesty to lead us in unifying the whole world. How ironic it is that my trusted servants have betrayed me, and it is you, descendants of the formerly insignificant ones, who remember me. Excellent, you have done well. As such you shall be rewarded. I'll grant each of you a stick of incense. Just kneel and bow down to me sincerely with it on your heads, and praise the name of Ghost King Linfeng in your mind. Those who sincerely offer their worship for me can each obtain spiritual energy that will aid them in their cultivation. We thank Your Majesty for this honor and grace. You probably don't know of this, but I once raised 100 ghost generals and kept them sealed in a ghost-rearing well somewhere in my former residence to prevent them from wreaking havoc before falling into my long slumber. With the assistance of these 100 ghost generals as well as your own, the battle is already predetermined. No one can stop me from returning to the top of the world. 100 ghost generals, show yourselves. HM? Where are my 100 ghost generals? Show yourselves on the field at once. Ghost General Wang Yi. Ghost General Du Lu. Ghost General Zhu Qi. Ghost General Tian Jiao. Ghost General EBA. Ghost General Hung Bai, come forward. Come forward now. Ghost General Hung Bai has come to heed His Majesty's summons. Why did the 100 ghost generals not obey my call? And why did the only one to appear, Ghost General Hung Bai, perished from lack of energy? Could there be something wrong with the ghost rearing well? Oh, I was wondering why it suddenly disappeared in the middle of the live stream ghost fight, so it was summoned by you. HM? If it wasn't for my stupid birds tracking skills, I wouldn't have had a single clue that you guys were near me this whole time. Lowly slave descendant, was it you who exterminated my 100 ghost generals? Oh, you're so imposing. Should I call you Ghost King Lin Feng now? Benefactor, benefactor. Lin Feng's energy is so intense, it's enough to be captured on camera. That guy has refined his body, so he's probably totally recovered his power. You have to be careful. It will be even better if we can get it on camera. The live stream will surely pop. Oh, that's right, you girls, keep your distance and hide while you're shooting. Don't come over. It's gonna get really loud here. Hey, Xian actually dared to drop in. He's really got some nerve. He doesn't think he can wrestle with His Majesty now that he's regained his power, does he? Gentlemen, it's time for us to show off before His Majesty. How brazen of you, Xian. You must have a death wish. King Snake, swallow him up. I was wondering why so many distinguished shaman families suddenly popped up in Xiaoshui, so you have been Lin Feng's cronies for quite a while now. TL note, literally we're the same trousers. Hey, this black python of yours is pretty resistant to a beating. It kinda has the strength of a ghost general. He crushed Brother Pang's guardian spirit with just one blow? I knew he was strong, but to be this strong is unheard of. Your Majesty, your servant is incompetent. No harm. There's indeed something mystical about this brat that can't be dealt with by the likes of you. Just kneel and praise my name without any further action. His Majesty favors us. What are you people doing? Are you giving your fellow classmate, Ghost King, a shot in the arm? TL note, literally blood transfusion, figuratively give strength/support to someone else. Now that you're here, Xian, stay. Though I have no idea what this crazy fuss you're doing is all about, as the old saying goes, what my enemy wishes, I must destroy. Therefore, may hell be your afterlife. Ultimate demonic bliss. What's going on here? Why did they suddenly blow up? I've trained my eyes to make anyone I stare at explode, so you better not kneel down to Lin Feng anymore. Or I'll open my eyes wide and you'll all blow up. Xian. How dare you? No. No. He's right, just one glance at the Pang family patriarch and he exploded. What kind of monstrous power is that? Anyone else? What guts you all have? Kneel down and continue worshipping. No sincerity at all. There's not even a drop of belief arising from your worship now. So don't blame me for forcibly sucking it out. What's happening? I can't control my body. My head hurts. I can feel my spiritual energy rapidly draining away. Alas, I feel sorry for you all, so how about this? As long as you muster up the courage to defy your master and break free from his control, at least I'll give you a way out, so that you can have a slight chance of fleeing with your lives. Xian, no, Grandmaster Xian. Grandmaster Xian, your mercy knows no bounds. Yes, that's it. You can't just blindly obey if you want to live, you have to fight back. This is in ancient times, why would you not act like proper men, but be someone else's dog instead? Don't be like some antique scholar who talks about masters and servants day in and day out over and over again. Don't tell me everyone has to be born a slave. You're all just mere slaves, yet you dare to rebel? From the moment you entered my service, your lives were not your own. Oh, dear, it looks like you're even more ruthless than me. Whatever, I can't go easy on you, so I'll just blow them all up. Ultimate demonic bliss, may hell be your afterlife. Very well, Xian, you have managed to provoke my ire. Supernatural transformation Ghost King prominent body. All of those explosions and you're not dead. As expected of the Ghost King. Go into the abyss of nightmares and carefully reflect upon your actions. The abyss of nightmares again? Damn it, the divine impact of Zen doesn't seem to be able to deflect that, huh? I thought I was going to have to waste my finger of nirvana again, but I didn't expect it would be settled like this. I don't know if it's because of the transcendental spirit nurturing technique or the spirit casting and soul consolidation technique, but this silly bird can help me by taking on the burden of spiritual attacks now. Your guardian spirit is just the lowest low-grade white owl, but it can actually dispel the abyss of nightmares I cast in my current state. Cian, oh, Cian. Why did you have to resist? You don't wish to sleep peacefully for all eternity in a dreamland. Yet you stubbornly choose such a miserable death by thousands of swords piercing through your heart? 10,000 swords of mystical ain. Reflect. That's quite the defense, but it's a shame that my 10,000 swords of mystical ain are infinite. You can't stop them for huh? Finger of flowery swords bend and tum as I please. What? Enough with your high and mighty act. You're a very intimidating prick, but you're not so intimidating. If I put a hole in your skull, are you? I should give you a nickname later. How about Ghost King with a hole for his head? Manhwa is live again. Is this a movie or something? The special effects are pretty realistic. Come on dudes, don't you know Yan who's a live streaming giant these days? Look at the sky, everyone. Wow, why did the sky here suddenly overcast like the one in the live stream? Is this a live feed chain reaction? Hosts nowadays are really going to great lengths to make their shows stick out. Wait a minute, isn't the live stream taking place in that deserted house on the outskirts of town? It's actually that close? It gives you that wonderful feeling of being there. Benefactor, the live stream is truly a hit. 5 million people are watching it now. Also, you gotta go easier on him. If he drops dead, we won't have anything to broadcast. It's not gonna be that easy to kill him. This guy's body is just like those of fiction, and it can even regenerate itself just like a ghost's. I've underestimated you. You can actually wound me. By Ming, switch my mic to the live stream. I want to interact with the viewers. Okay. Done. Hey, folks, I'm gonna show you what it means to violently slash a dog's head off. This ghost is different from the normal ones. It's much more powerful. Why don't we bet on how many times he can take a hit from me without dying? Benefactor, someone's bet 10 speedboats to see you slice all his limbs off. Roger that. This is an intangible energy that takes the form of a corporal body. As such, every part of my body is invulnerable. Cian, don't waste your energy. Benefactor, someone's donated a firecracker for you to kick that guy's ass. TL note either that or it's an ancient cannon artillery cannonball. Got it. Eat my kick. If he were a human, he'd have become a eunuch if he hadn't died from my kick. Don't panic, everyone. Those of you in the audience who are familiar with my live stream know that ghosts can't be killed with just a few punches or kicks. He'll definitely recover. See. Silence. Cian, turn that thing in your ear off. Oh, that's a pretty mean ghost. You folks in the audience didn't get scared, did you? It looks like nothing's happened to him even after taking all those hits. The ghost generals from before would have been long gone by now. He sure is resilient. The finger of flowery swords is quite draining, so if this keeps going like this, he's going to exhaust me to death. I can't continue with the act anymore. I'm going to have to hack him to pieces in one go. I'm gonna tear you to shreds. Finger of flowery swords 50 consecutive slashes. Even all that slashing didn't kill him? I'm running out of innate energy. Cian, do you feel despair? Today, I'll show you why I, Lin Feng, am revered. As the Ghost King. May the spiritual whirlwind blot away the silence. Heaven's wrath vin thunder palm. Divine impact of Zen. He can even fucking dish out the great palm of Buddha? The divine impact of Zen's reflection was smashed by sheer force. TCH, as one would expect from the boss of a world worth 500 origin points, he's so formidable that if he went all out, he might just be nearly as strong as an innate realm practitioner in the main world. My innate energy is depleting rapidly. Even with the boon of usage cost reduction for defensive skills of the national soul, I can't hold on. I'm afraid I won't be able to hold this back for even 10 more seconds if this goes on. Unless I use the finger of Nirvana to recover my energy, but that's just like taking a supposed remedy only to make matters worse. I won't last long even if I use up all of my lifespan. TL note, literally drinking poison in the hope of quenching one's thirst. I've been performing for so long that the harvest of origin points has practically never stopped. I wonder if I can upgrade the Finger of Flowery Swords to level 4 now. If I can, even if I can't kill Lin Feng, I can still advance my cultivation realm and ease the crisis. Origin points remaining, 1589.11351. Skill Mastery, Finger of Flowery Swords. Current level, LV3. Current effect, one can bend it and turn it as one pleases by moving its energy as one wills. I only have nearly 1,600 origin points, less than I imagined. Indeed, there are only a handful of people who'll have extreme emotions towards the lead actor when watching a movie after all. Most people will just enjoy it. Fortunately, the audience base is large enough. Let me see if I can upgrade to level 4 now. System prompt, your cultivation realm has advanced. Current realm, acquired realm 9th layer. Ha! Reflect. A last-ditch effort? Pretty good. You even managed to block the force of my palm strike for a bit HM. Finger of Flowery Swords, Withering of the 100 Flowers. Ha ha ha, this move again? A futile resistance. Is it? You're as good as dead. This sensation, what did you do? My body is being destroyed by rapid erosion? How is this even possible? No. Origin points remaining, 91.41659. Skill Mastery, Finger of Flowery Swords. Current level, LV4. Current effect, one can use his sword energy to penetrate a body and trigger the withering of the 100 flowers. The effect of Finger of Flowery Swords at level 4 is to allow one's sword energy to penetrate the opponent's body and cause an erosive reaction. If there is no special means of resistance, the enemy will be disintegrated from the inside out. However, it consumes an excessive amount of innate energy. I completely exhausted all my newly filled innate energy I received just now from my advancement to the 9th layer of the acquired realm. Using it is really an all-or-nothing attempt. It either results in the enemy's demise or my own, though it's a good thing it worked on Lin Feng. Tia. Note, this is a term that means to seize a fleeting opportunity to focus all of one's strength on an all-out attack, crush an opponent in a moment when own strength is stronger than the opponent's. Lin Feng has been thoroughly destroyed. The user has completed the quest. The reward is 2,000 origin points. In 10 seconds, the user will be returned to the main world. Please make preparations. Sigh, it's time to go back to the main world again. It was so dangerous this time that I couldn't handle all the time that was left in the half year. What a waste. Ghost King Lin Feng has been destroyed. The dawn of a new era has finally arrived. The light of righteousness shines once again upon the land. That's all for today's live stream. Follow Shaman Manhwa to get closer to the magnificent world of fantasy. Phew, what a thrilling fight. It was so frightening that I almost stuttered at the end. Hey, where's Cyane? Oh, Cyane, hasn't she gone to find Lord Xiaoyan? After all, Lord Xiaoyan has just fought a big battle, so he must be feeling awfully unreserved right now and wants to get laid even more, hee hee hee. Aren't you girls usually more active than ever after the ghost fighting is over? So why are you all just standing there today and allowing Cyane to go first? Sigh, it's obvious to everyone that Cyane's truly in love with Lord Xiaoyan. We bewitching ghosts are generally so passionate and promiscuous that we seldom show true feelings. But if we do, we'll be with them for life. But she's shy by nature, so if we don't give her a push, who knows when she and Lord Xiaoyan will hook up. Ming Ming, let's move further away, so as not to make Cyane feel too embarrassed. Hey, hey, hey. Don't drag me away, I've got true feelings too, even though it's second to money. Lord Xiaoyan. Cyane? Come, you're here just in time. I have something to entrust to you. I'll need you to deliver a message to the others later. Leave it to me. Not to mention a single message, I'd deliver tens or even hundreds of them. Keep it a secret. This battle has damaged the foundation of my soul, so I'm afraid I'll fall into a deep sleep for a while. Even if I wake up, I may not remember you, so don't worry about me from now on. You and your sisters can do whatever you want. Lord Xiaoyan, how can this be? Remember to urge Bai Mingming to practice her martial arts, take good care of herself. And not let men cheat her, you hear? Don't cry. I'm just taking a nap, not dying. I'll be sure to watch over Lord Xiaoyan until you wake up. Starting the transfer countdown, 5, 4, Cyane's so sweet and considerate, I'm a little reluctant to part with her, but all good things must come to an end. TL note, literally there is no such thing in the world as a never-ending banquet. Silly bird, what doing? 2, 1, defuck? 0. Wait. Spit her the flick out, you stupid bird. Mo Ching Sect Sufeng Branch. I'm back? What happened just now? Why did you swallow Cyane, you stupid bird? Get out here now. What the hell is this? Stupid bird turned into an egg? System panel, come out. Skill mastery, transcendental spirit nurturing technique. Current levels LV2 level cap exceed. Fusible. Current effect, a combination of the spirit casting technique, soul consolidation technique, theory of guardian spirit cultivation, and 108 ways to cultivate rapport with a guardian spirit, which greatly enhances the resonance between the guardian spirit and their master and increases the possibility of guardian spirit metamorphosis. Wait a minute, why are these two skills suddenly fusible? There's no doubt it didn't work before. No matter, desperate times call for desperate means. System, enable the development function. Fuse the transcendental spirit nurturing technique with the spirit casting and soul consolidation technique. Development enabled. Skill mastery, transcendental spirit nurturing technique. The fusion of transcendental spirit nurturing technique and spirit casting and soul consolidation technique will cost 100 origin points. Skill mastery, spirit casting and soul consolidation technique. Confirm. Current realm, acquired realm 9th layer. Origin points remaining, 2091.00113. Skill mastery, enhanced spirit nurturing technique. Current level, LV2 level cap exceed. Current effect, an enhanced spirit nurturing technique born out of the combination between the transcendental spirit nurturing technique and the spirit casting and soul consolidation technique. A special guardian spirit split from the very soul, which has undergone metamorphosis, granting the practitioner the boon of direct spiritual contact and doubling the lifespan of the practitioner's soul. It turned into the enhanced spirit nurturing technique after the fusion. There's a reaction? My lord? Cyane? My lord. I have become your guardian spirit. Wait a minute, are you Cyane or a new persona created by the stupid bird? Just what in the world is going on? Cyane is the little owl and the little owl is Cyane. We've become one. It must have been because of the shamanic techniques my lord practiced some time ago to enhance the guardian spirit that caused the little owl to change, and my desire to follow you was so strong that it influenced it. So the little owl ate me by virtue of its instinct to undergo metamorphosis. The little owl originally lacked a consciousness, but as it just so happened that actually played in my favor, I'll be able to stay with you forever from now on, Lord Xiaoyan. Anyway, it's nice to have made sure you're Cyane. I was worried you would disappear after the stupid bird swallowed you, but I didn't realize it was lending one's spirit to recover one's consciousness. TL note, this is probably a pun on the expression to reincarnate in someone else's body. Chuntered, the 14th stratagem of the 36 stratagems. Lord Xiaoyan is so kind to me. The silly bird did such an awesome job that the whole thing was good for me. Even the lifespan of my soul has doubled, eh? How rude of me. Actually, I shouldn't have awakened so soon, since I have to continue practicing for a while to be able to change my form freely. I couldn't keep my perfect form, and ended up showing my lord such a humiliating sight. It's okay. There's plenty of time, so you can practice at your own pace. This is probably my fault for using the origin points to fuse skills together. Even though it broke Cyane's shell early, she lost the time to get the hang of her dual forms. It looks like upgrading from origin points isn't always advantageous. By the way, my lord, this doesn't seem like Xia Shui, so where are we? It's a long story. So I'll start from the very beginning of it all. After that, I told Cyane a rough account of my entire journey on how I came to be in the main world, as if I were recounting her a tale. It's just that I couldn't understand the matters relating to the system myself, so I changed the story to the heavens assigned me on a grand mission to travel across the countless realms, and once my virtuous achievements come to their successful conclusion, I will become an immortal. The journey my lord has been on so far has been a truly thrilling and touching one. Changed back to Cyane. Branch Master, Elder Martial Brother Ji Chang-Wu, and Elder Martial Sister Shiryina request an audience with you. Aren't those the names you just mentioned, my lord? It's not surprising that Ji Chang-Wu came to see me, but that even Shiryina would take the initiative to do so is strange. Let's see what they've come for. 1 stick of incense later. Branch Master, that's the arrangement for today. I see. Ji Chang-Wu and Shiryina don't seem to have noticed Cyane's existence at all. As expected, even in the main world, average people still can't see spiritual beings. I'm clear about Ji Chang-Wu's purpose for coming, but what about you? You've just been standing there since you arrived. Don't tell me you've specifically come to see me? However, the main world is really tricky, no need to mention innate realm experts with their sharp senses, even that Ji Yuntao might be able to see Cyane with his true heavenly mantra of the primordial god. You wish. I didn't come here to see you, only young Lord Ji's elegant face deserves to be seen by me. It's because my master sent me a letter, asking me to check if you've been fulfilling your duty as branch master. Although you're not as gentle nor as amazing as young Lord Ji, for what it's worth, you're still a branch master of my sect, so you should at least try to be as determined as young Lord Ji. As your assistant, I'll do my best to urge you on. Ark, she makes me so mad. My lord is much more amazing than some guy called Ji, okay? Calm down, Shiryina is Ji Yuntao's little fangirl. Even though I don't like Ji Yuntao, it's not my style to belittle her idol in front of others. That girl is simple-minded. I don't want to bicker with her. Junior Martial Sister Yenner, Ji Yuntao, and our sect are in direct opposition to each other. You certainly can't do anything to harm the sect just because you're lost in a moment of passion. Brother Chang-Wu, I can tell the difference between personal and private affairs. I can't let her belittle my lord as she sees fit. Ever since I became your guardian spirit, I feel that my power has increased greatly, so now I can. I just wanted to set up a goal for Xia, the branch masters to catch up with. Someone like young Lord Ji Yuntao is the only one that. My lord doesn't need any such goal. Ghostly bewilderment of the word. Junior Martial Sister Yenner, what's wrong with you? The hell with Ji Yuntao. If you think about it carefully, he simply doesn't have Branch Master Xia Yan's outstanding talent and resourcefulness that's unrivaled in the whole world. Junior Martial Sister Yan? I must have been blind when I fell in love with another man, as I didn't even notice that the Branch Master is undoubtedly so good-looking and capable. From now on, the Branch Master will be my heaven, my earth, and the one and only one in my heart. Hey, Junior Martial Sister? Junior Martial Sister Yenner? Have you eaten something bad? Branch Master, from now on, I, Shiryener, will be your servant girl. Cyane, you've gone way too far with your foolishness. Oops, I've been caught. You got a lot of nerve, huh? Why didn't I know you had it in you? I just couldn't stand her mocking you, my lord. It was only a little prank. It won't happen again, my lord. Don't be angry. The problem is that someone else was present when you were up to mischief. Wouldn't that expose you? Hee. You see. Branch Master, what are you whispering about? What happened to Junior Marshal's sister Yen? Don't worry, my lord. Once someone has been possessed by me, their memories from during, before, and after the possession will be rewritten, so there's no danger of being exposed. Branch Master, just who the hell are you talking to? However, my lord, although my strength has improved somewhat, their cultivation is already at the highest limit of what I can possess. It's very tiring to possess 2 times in a row, so for the sake of all my efforts to make up for it, my lord, please take no account of my misdeeds and let me off the hook. Sai, don't possess anyone without my permission from now on. Go rewrite Ji Chang Wu's memory for now. He seems to have noticed something. Ghostly bewilderment of the mind. Hee. Branch Master Xie, you're my sole leader. Even if I have to go through boiling water or tread on fire, I'll gladly risk my life and limb to follow you. Xufeng Street. Look, this is the land I'll be conquering soon. It's so lively. I'll take you for an outing outside the city when the weather is cool and refreshing. It's fine, we can just go tomorrow. Since I'm a guardian spirit, I'm not afraid of the heat or cold. TL note, literally tread the green. Figuratively go for a walk in spring, when the grass has turned green. Lord Xie Yan? Huh? I'm feeling something, over there. No wonder, we bumped into Xie Dao Yun. Her chest, ahem, the jade on her chest is luring me again. But what is this bunch plotting for them to be gathering together at this time? Let's skip these pleasantries and drink a toast to young Lord Ji with tea as a substitute for wine. Young Lord Ji and Lady Xie are both favored by the heavens. It's a tremendous honor to be chosen to serve you. Every place has its own playing rules, and I'm just abiding by them. So how about we discuss what you can do to serve me? As per the rules, Dao Yun and I want our respective sects to get a share of Xufeng's cold iron ore, whereas you gentlemen don't want the largest share to be taken away by the Mo Ching sect time and again. We're colleagues who cherish similar interests, regardless of our social status. TL note, literally purposes join, along the same path. I, Old Fong, am truly impressed that a lineal disciple of the Grand Taishan sect would show such consideration to people like us who are just scraping a living. I can brag for 10 years about this. I wanted to have a pleasant conversation with you gentlemen, but, regrettably, we have an unexpected visitor. How brazen! Why don't you just show yourselves? Someone's eavesdropping? No one? This tea house is my property, so to prevent criminals from eavesdropping, the roof is equipped with an alarm mechanism produced by the Taiji Pavilion. If one's not an innate realm expert, one can't get close to it by no means without it triggering. TL note, mystery known only to heaven, archaic. I scanned with my divine senses, but didn't find anything. It's probably because my cultivating energy martial art isn't up to scratch that I was being a bit sensitive. TL note, an ancient Taoist cultivation method. It's probably similar to Qigong, a centuries-old system of coordinated body posture and movement, breathing, and meditation used for the purposes of health, spirituality, and martial arts training. That's strange. Just now, on a whim, I seem to have noticed someone peeping out of the window. Was it really just my imagination? Great things require a peaceful mind. I'll go back to bathe and burn incense to nurture my noble energy. Gentlemen, we'll adjourn for today. However, the chessboard has been set and the pieces are in place. My goal has been achieved. All I need to do is to control these 4 old foxes and lure them into being at my disposal. Then we respectfully bid farewell, young Lord Ji and Lady Xie. We'll entrust the imperial court to you both. The other side. That scared me to death. Lord Xiayan, that young lord who's not as handsome as you are, seems to be able to faintly detect my presence. Wah, we weren't able to hear them until the end. I won't be of any use in accomplishing Lord Xiayan's mission. That uglier guy named Ji Yuntao is practicing a technique called True Heavenly Mantra of the Primordial God, which is indeed impressive, as he can even discover spiritual beings. Although I didn't hear all the details, just from the few words here and there, I can roughly guess that that bunch are working together to conspire against Mo Ching sect and get a share of the cold iron ore, though I'm not sure what methods they'll use. Let's keep on our toes, but maintain a calm exterior and watch them in secret for now, though before that, there's something else we need to do. Cyane, did Xia Daoyun not react to you in the slightest earlier? You mean the young woman wearing a veil? She didn't notice me. That's good then. Cyane, I need you to do one more thing for me. I won't let Lord Xiayan down this time. 1 hour later. TL note, onomatopoeic, imitating repeated breaths. Coined in Taiwan, originally meaning any laborious work. Though nowadays it's slang for to go at it or to get it on to have sexual intercourse. Hee, you can't see me, but you're so pretty. Once my ability is strong enough, I'll take you as a nice servant girl for Lord Xiayan. My lord is looking for a jade pendant she's wearing, hidden somewhere on her chest. Who's there? Huh? Was it a hallucination? Why did that slight itchy feeling on my chest trigger my body protection innate energy? I had been cultivating in the monastery for so long, but my master had me go on an experiential journey through the world of mortals. Could it be that the disturbances in this world are feeding my inner demons? Wah, it hurts. She can emit innate energy that can harm spiritual beings? The moon is shining brightly up in the sky, so why don't I go to the courtyard, sharpen my swordsmanship, and clear away the impurities lodged in my psyche? There's something on my chest again. My heart is like a cold pond reflecting the moon, my body an untethered boat, mirroring my psyche, crossing the boundless sea. Whether it's my inner demons or something else, I'll cut it down with my mind's sword. I can't disappoint my lord, I must hold on. Wah, I've touched it, I've got it. HM? You've discovered the DUES acquired realm good fortune spiritual treasure, damaged. Limited number of uses, 1/1. The product of a higher immortal civilization. Because it is damaged. It can only be used to solve an imminent crisis to a limited extent. There are traces of it having been repeatedly used by higher life forms, but because the users didn't possess immortal energy, it wasn't consumed. No immortal energy has been detected in the user. Do you wish to spend 250 origin points to use it? DUES acquired realm good fortune spiritual treasure? And this prompt, it's very similar to the one when I inherited the finger of Nirvana. Why did this pop up out of nowhere all of a sudden? Could something have happened on Cyane's end? Never mind, since I got a lot of origin points lately, I'll use them for now and think about it later. Yes. Spiritual treasure energy has been injected into the user's body. Countermeasures are being generated in response to the user's situation. Success. Attention. These countermeasures will irreversibly alter the skill finger of Nirvana. Do you wish to proceed? Alter the finger of Nirvana? The DUES good fortune description suggests that it's used as a way to solve crises, so I'm in. Yes. Proceed. The finger of Nirvana's characteristics can be changed each time the user uses it. When the cultivator needs to burn the lifespan of his soul due to insufficient immortal energy, origin points will be expended instead. Oh. Holy shit, the finger of Nirvana will use origin points from now on? My fucking immortality cheat is back. I don't have to worry about using up my lifespan with the finger of Nirvana anymore. Ugh, my head hurts all of a sudden. What's going on? Cyane. What happened? Guardian spirits won't perish without a shaman's death, but Cyane was reborn from my consciousness after her spirit body was severely injured. There's actually someone who can hurt her. My lord, I'm sorry that I couldn't bring you the jade pendant. I was injured by that woman until I ultimately vanished and was reborn here. You've done a great job already. Cyane was endeavoring to snatch the jade pendant and bring it back just a moment ago, but at the same time, I triggered the prompt to use it. Does that mean that whatever Cyane touches is the same as if it were touched by me? I'll heal your wounds. Spending 50 origin points as a substitute for this Finger of Nirvana expenditure. But Cyane didn't bring the jade pendant. Jerry, silly girl, I've already succeeded. That said, didn't Xia Daoyun have no reaction to you? How did she hurt you like this? She can't see me, but if I touch her, it will trigger her body protection innate energy, which can burn my spirit body and turn me into dust. Thank you for your hard work. It's because I didn't think things through that you had to suffer such hardships. I was careless. Xia Daoyun is descended from the Buddhist Xingjai. Just from the name alone, one can tell that it's a grand, glorious, and righteous sect, whose cultivation techniques seem to have a naturally restraining effect on things like yin energy. TL note, a chiefly sarcastic term for something that acts as if it's morally perfect. If Lord Xia Yan caresses me, I won't feel any hardship. Well, let me caress you some more then. Why does it feel like I'm rubbing a kitten or a puppy? I mustn't spoil Cyane. Thanks to her, I'm now free of all latent dangers and my ban on the Finger of Nirvana has been lifted, so I can finally get my hands dirty with joy. TL note, literally stir the muddy water. I can't help but want to see what those monsters and freaks have been up to. TL note, literally ox-headed devils and serpent gods. Figuratively, all sorts of bad characters. There isn't one major power who wouldn't want to find a chance to get involved in the cold iron or business, and we've always embraced whoever has the highest standing, so now do we really have to listen to Ji Yuntao? I always feel a little bit scared of falling out with the Mo Ching sect. Wealthy women's Mary Scrubber. TL note, as the net story goes, a friend of someone was hired by a rich woman as a male lover for $60,000 a month, but ran away within a week without the money, because he didn't want her to rub the kitchen steel wool scrubber on his penis. Thus the steel wool scrubber became a hit and mockingly known as Wealthy Women's Mary Scrubber. I also wanted to watch them safely from a distance whilst they fought, then reap the rewards, but what Ji Yuntao promised afterwards was really attractive. TL note, literally to sit on top of a mountain and watch the tigers fight. After taking the Taishian sect's mysterious and magical bottleneck breaking pill, it will give you a 10% chance to break through to the innate realm. Although the chances of success are slim, and by relying on the power of a pill to become an innate realm practitioner, one's foundation will become unstable, rendering them unable to advance past its first layer in their lifetime. But who among us martial artists wouldn't want to become one? The Mo Ching sect doesn't offer such benefits. Who would dare to take the pills of a demonic sect? Now that we're in the same boat as the Taishian sect, there's nothing we can do about it, so let's join forces and find out how much integrity that Xia Yan has. TL note, literally bottom line. A few days later. The 4 local factions in Xufeng have just presented an invitation and would like to invite the branch master to a banquet tonight. Please make a final decision, Branch Master. Branch Master Xie is getting increasingly bizarre. After I paid him a visit the other day, I was in a bit of a trance, but no matter how many times I think back, I can't remember what exactly I said to him. If I weren't so meticulous, I wouldn't have noticed anything wrong. Now that I'm seeing him again today, if I look closely, I can see that his temples are slowly rising and falling, as if an invisible force is slowly squeezing them, and occasionally he murmurs to himself, as if he's communicating with something indescribable. Lord Xia Yan, is this the right spot? Right there, that's good. Press it hard. In your opinion, what do you think they desired by seeking my presence? The invitation only contains a bunch of resplendent and ornate greetings, not a mention about what they wish to discuss. Could it be that Branch Master Xie is practicing some kind of sinister and abnormal demonic technique capable of communicating with the underworld and stealing people's wills? But, as a matter of fact, I hope he can practice it. Otherwise, how can we fight against Ji Yuntao? So be it. Coming events cast their shadows before them. It's better they make some noise than none at all. Changwu, remember to prepare the carriage for me when the time comes. TL note, literally the wind sweeping through the tower heralds a rising storm in the mountains. Yes. Also, Branch Master Xie, I have a request to make. Usually, if one wants to practice this kind of demonic technique, one has to constantly use it on a living person. Only then can one make diligent progress. I'm already aware of the Branch Master's intentions, so I'll eagerly use my body to aid you in your practice. If it means disgracing Ji Yuntao, I'll gladly do anything. Changwu, stay away from me from now on. What the hell is wrong with Ji Changwu? It can't be that he has a problem with his orientation? I never realized he was gay. Deep in the serenity of the house, a fragrant night was fast approaching. Their minds and clothes completely vanished in succession. The courtesan's garden had long been deflowered, and when his dropping member revived, her slender body was shaken. Coo coo. Coo, what a shameless song. Even a bewitching ghost like myself wouldn't be able to sing it. But if Lord Xie Yin likes it, I'll learn it earnestly. His prized spear had bitterly fought endless battles, for he could offend 7 or 8 beauties in a single night. Their weary bodies were of no hindrance, as the waves of bliss ever grew after each emission. Some time ago, we were so busy dealing with Ji Yuntao and the aftermath of the Yanjia incident that we ended up neglecting you. We asked the Branch Master not to blame us. You gentlemen greatly favor me by entertaining me with such fine, sweet, and delicious wine. It's truly outstanding. And very agreeable to my preferences. How thoughtful of you all. A trifling glass of insipid wine is nothing. Only by being accompanied by young and beautiful women can the elegance of a wonderful, distinguished, and accomplished man, such as Branch Master Xie, be further elevated. TL note, literally red sleeve add fragrance. In the olden days, scholars were accompanied by young and beautiful women during their studies. These women wore red dresses and were charged with lighting incense, which loosened the tension the scholar accumulated after long reading hours. Did my good and well-trained daughters, who were singing and dancing just now, catch the Branch Master's eye? Good women are a match for good men, so why don't I give them all to the Branch Master? How could I have the cheek to accept a reward without due merit? Hey, you're looking down on me. How could someone as chaste as myself allow such vulgar women to get close to me? Madam How, Branch Master Xie is a man of exceptional ability and bravery. How could he indulge in the solace of feminine charms? However, if such a man were short on money, it can't be helped that there will be a time when he'll feel discouraged. Bring it here. This is a tribute from the 4 of us to Branch Master Xie. Moreover, it'll be the same amount every year. Oh, one who's unaccountably solicitous is harboring evil intentions. If you gentlemen have anything to say, it would be better to say it openly. Branch Master Xie, don't mock me for meddling in other people's business. We just can't bear for such a gifted individual to be neglected. Please allow me to analyze it meticulously for you, Branch Master. TL note, this is a term women in ancient times used to address themselves in a self-deprecating manner. Hey, just sit where you are, don't move, and don't change how you address yourself at will. If you have something to say, just say it. Sigh, I used to be the top of the most overwhelming beauties in Xufeng back in my old days, but now I'm getting old and faded. Branch Master Xie really has a sense of humor, so I won't hide anything from you. Previously, when the Mo Qing sect said there was a newcomer coming, we promptly started investigating his background. Branch Master Xie is a gifted young man, yet was regarded as a honeypot by Qing Xinzi, though, ultimately, favored by sect Master Yu. But frankly speaking, the Mo Qing sect being a place where yin is mightier than yang, treats women more favorably than men, so Branch Master Xie is fundamentally unable to achieve anything of note. There's some truth contained in your words. Continue. Branch Master Xie, don't think it's a great favor that Sect Master Yu has appointed you as the master of a branch. The Mo Qing sect has countless branches. If she really sees you in a favorable light, why would she send you to the city of Chufeng where there is so much turmoil? What's more, even if you did a good job, the sect would be the one to reap the benefits. None of them would fall into Branchmaster's hands. A man, you know, has to live for himself. So what should I do? How about at the following meeting in Jiangnan hosted by the Imperial Court, where the shares of the iron ore mines for next year are divided up, Branchmaster Xie gives up his own. The Mo Qing sect will get the worst of it, but we won't let Branchmaster Xie suffer the slightest loss. As long as Branchmaster Xie agrees, we'll all be on the same side, so no matter if it's a beauty or wealth, provided Xufeng has it, Branchmaster Xie won't go without his fair due. So we're here on account of the cold iron ore, and your words were actually a bit tantalizing, but I have just one more question. What if I refuse? We're all good people, and we won't make things difficult for Branchmaster Xie, but since you won't regard us as one of your own, then we would have no choice but to treat you as an outsider. We've been operating in Xufeng for decades and are deeply established, so one word from us and tomorrow we'll make sure that the Mo Qing sect branch won't even be able to buy an egg. You're really fond of throwing your weight around. By all rights, I should act according to reason and obediently cooperate with you all. But there's one thing I must say, and that is, do you guys really think you're worthy of negotiating with me? Xie Yin, we're just being nice to you for the sake of the Mo Qing sect's reputation. Don't make us do things the hard way. TL note, literally to refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit, figuratively to be forced to do what one at first declined. Branchmaster Xie, Head Wu has been in a fit of anger recently after failing his final push to reach the innate realm. If he really flips out, we mere practitioners at the 7th layer of the acquired realm will certainly be unable to handle him. So this is what you were counting on. I thought you'd bring in Ji Yuntao, a loser who has repeatedly failed to advance to the innate realm and has even depleted his foundation, plus 3 pieces of trash who have been stuck at the 7th layer for years. Who gave you the audacity to have the nerve to frenziedly bark like dogs before me? Aren't you misunderstanding something? He's condensing the innate energy emanating from his body into sword energy? This is the Mo Qing sect's finger of flowery swords? He was actually able to learn this martial art? Why do I feel like you think I was promoted to Branchmaster just because of my good looks? Didn't you say he was just a gigolo? That his strength was at most at the 6th. He's at least at the 9th. And a 9th possessing an innate realm technique of one of the great sects at that. The reason I was so favored by the matriarch as to be appointed branchmaster of the Xufeng branch, I told you to be careful, is because I'm preeminently strong to the point of being able to cleanse Xufeng of all its filth. Did Lord Xie Yin just settle it all with a single move? I didn't even have time to help. Take your men and scram. I'd like to see who will dare to make things difficult for the Mo Qing sect. I can't kill them. Otherwise, this will be used against the Mo Qing sect at the Jiangnan meeting to disrupt its status quo in the region. Anyone who messes with us will be killed without mercy. I'm gazing at the unhindered movement of the finger of flowery swords of the Mo Qing sect on board the courtesan boat in the distance. That Branchmaster Xia was really concealing his abilities well. These people of Xufeng are double-crossing indeed, trying to obtain the Mo Qing sect's cold iron or share at the smallest price, yet they don't know that they must have the determination to give up their arms if they wish to snatch from the tiger's den. But this is fine as well. Afterwards, that pack will have no other choice but to follow me and thoroughly break their ties with the Mo Qing sect. Junior Martial Sister Xie, the Buddhist Xinjai, has always been friendly with the imperial court, and the imperial consort of the current dynasty, which descended from there, is your master's aunt, so I'll entrust you to deal with them. But in recent days, Junior Martial Sister, why does it feel like you're a bit distracted? Such is of no hindrance to me. What Elder Martial Brother said will be dealt with properly. I don't know why, but after my inner demons suddenly appeared, my daoist heart is often unstable. The jade pendant granted by my master has lost its effectiveness in purifying it, and its magical properties are no longer present. Was it tainted by this vulgar, mortal world? But all of us disciples at the Buddhist Shinjai have to go through the three tribulations of worldly affairs, love and inner demons, before we can attain enlightenment. Sigh, how I wish I could return to the sect more quickly, quietly meditate through the ages in the company of the Buddha, so I could be free from worldly cares. Branchmaster is quite capable. You've been feigning weakness since you arrived at Xufeng, concealing your real strength as a practitioner at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, waiting until the critical moment to deliver a fatal strike. In stillness be as immovable as a mountain, in action be as swift as thunder. Branchmaster is well versed in the art of war. No wonder the matriarch views you as her trusted aide and elder martial sister Qin favors you. Surely the talk about you formerly being a honeypot was just a smokescreen to deceive others. What farsightedness! TL note, literally deep plans and distant thoughts to plan carefully and think long term. Don't tell anyone. Just keep it between you and me. Ku. Ji Changwu's imagination is pretty good. If he were placed into a modern world, it would be more than enough to be a talented writer. Don't be too glad just yet. They have both Ji and Xia supporting them. They even threatened to prevent the Mo Qing sect from buying eggs, and the Tai Xian sect and Buddhist Xinjai are conspiring to obtain the cold iron or share belonging to our sect, so there's still a tough battle ahead for us. Now that the Branchmaster has shown his prowess, those local Xufeng factions will not dare to confront us head-on again. Ha, and if they dare prevent us from buying eggs, we'll just make them lose theirs. As for the cold iron ore, as long as we don't make any mistakes, even the Han court won't be able to take it away at will. In the worst case, the Tai Xian sect and the Buddhist Xinjai will shed all pretense of cordiality and use some vile tactics. That sounds reasonable. We have no option but to be on our guards. Changwu, where do you think they're going to strike first? The Branchmaster is here at the branch, so unless Ji Yuntao and Xia Daoyun come personally, what can they do to us? Moreover, if they really dared to break into the branch, it would be tantamount to declaring war on the Mo Qing sect. In all likelihood, neither Ji and Xia nor their sects would want it to go that far. Well, although our sect is no match if their two sects act together, with the protection of the great sect formation, it's possible to fight back defensively with neither side winning. If we are to be attacked at the lowest possible cost, then our mines would be the weakest point. The Mo Qing sect has the largest cold iron mines in the Xufeng area, accounting for nearly 80% of Xufeng's production. This is not only a rolling source of wealth, but also a weakness. I'll immediately send a message via Eagle ordering the mines to raise their vigilance. Not only that, we'll also go to the mines ourselves to assume command of the garrison. I'm afraid it's too late. If we had any brains, we have definitely been prepared for all eventualities in advance. If I can't pull anyone over to our side, it'll raise difficult questions. The next day, even after traveling all night in haste, we were still one step too late. I asked the mine steward. At dawn, a large number of bandits crept in and set off poisonous fumes in the miners' camp, poisoning all workers and making their hands and legs go numb. It would have been hard to recover without cultivating for a period of time. The bandits then used gunpowder to blow up the mine tunnels. It will be impossible to re-excavate the tunnels in less than a month or two, and the cold iron ore stored in the nearby warehouses was doused with purple fire liquid. Purple fire liquid? Isn't that the catalyst that's only used when weapons are being forged? If it's doused onto unprocessed ore, it will crystallize and turn into mining waste instead. Ku Lord Xia, over there. Huh? The eagle that the branch used to deliver the message? It seems it was intercepted en route. No wonder the mine didn't receive the message and had no time to prepare. And they just had to pin it here, just to provoke me further. It must have been Ji Yuntao who directed those 4 local factions to do this dirty work, but they didn't leave any traces, and without proof, we can't testify against them. We're in serious trouble now. Our men were injured and the mine was destroyed, so we basically don't have enough time to get back to work before the Jiangnan meeting. The Mo Qing sect hasn't been in Xufeng long enough to take root and hasn't accumulated ore over the years. Therefore, we definitely won't be able to fully pay our taxes this year. Chang-gu, whenever something major happens, it's all the more important to stay calm and collected. Don't panic. Before I was appointed branch master, I looked up the relevant information. The Han Empire is actually not a normal nation, but more like a large martial arts alliance, where the imperial court acts as its leader. This is also a special characteristic of a high-level martial arts world. As a result, the imperial court delegates power to the regional sects and only has the authority to appoint, supervise, and mediate. After any major power has accepted an appointment, they must pay taxes according to convention. The Jiangnan meeting is presided over by the imperial court to collect taxes and redistribute the mining sites and quotas for the next year among the powers in the Jiangnan region that have mining rights. How can we calm down? If we can't pay the tax, it's the same as breaking the promise with the imperial court. Then, at best, our quota would be reduced, and at worst, our mining rights would be revoked. This is Ji Yuntao's plan to get the Mo Qing sect's mining rights. Branch Master, the situation is critical. It would be best to invite an elder from the sect to try to remedy the situation. If we invite an elder at this time, wouldn't that make us look useless? Moreover, there's actually quite an easy way to break this deadlock, and that is, to drag everyone downstream, back to the same starting line as us. Minor local power mine. Look alive. Keep a sharp lookout. Why is Master Wu personally here on night duty, when Xie Yan is either sniveling with a handful of cold iron or pieces in his arms, or busting his bottom all over the place scraping together the mining tax stipulated by the imperial court? Don't be so careless. That punk, Xie Yan, is so cunning that he might really want to stake it all to fight us to the death. TL note, literally either the fish dies or the net splits. Figuratively to fight until both oneself or one's foe perishes. But I have set up the perfect trap, he. If the Mo Qing sect dares to come, even if it's just a cat or a dog, I'll bite them and never let go. TL note, literally nets above and snares below. Figuratively inescapable net. With the evidence that the Mo Qing sect has destroyed the mines in defiance of the imperial court, even if he turned into a mine to make up for the tax, they would still be deprived of their mining rights at the Jiangnan meeting. As expected of you, Master Wu. You're so wise. What's going on? Oh, my God. Master Wu, bad news. The storehouse for storing explosives is empty. Someone has stolen the explosives for the mine. What? That's enough explosives to level a mountain. Humph. Master Wu? Ouch. Watch out for falling stones. Impossible, with such a grand practitioner at the 9th layer of the acquired realm as myself overseeing the garrison. Even if that punk, Xie Yan, came, he wouldn't be able to sneak in here and blow up the mine without anyone noticing. Arg! Who did this? Come out, show yourselves. Phew, I was thinking of using some sort of transport method to bring all the ore back, but it was simply too heavy to move. So I did as Lord Xie Yan told me, stole the explosives to blow up the mine and doused the ore with purple fire liquid. I've been very helpful, so I'm sure Lord Xie Yan will hug, kiss and pet me a lot. Cool, if I don't get pet for a quarter of an hour this time, I won't forgive him he, but I'm still too weak. I have to practice hard, so I can bring Lord Xie Yan mountains of gold and silver in the future. Cool. The mine collapsed, our ore reserves were doused with purple fire liquid, so it's basically all useless, and several of the mining tunnels have caved in, so we can only continue mining after clearing them up. Someone stole the explosives and specifically detonated them in the rugged terrain, so there was simply no time to react. I checked everyone, but there was no one suspicious. Scum, was it a ghost that set off the explosives? Except for the disciples I took along with me tonight, the rest were all arranged by you. Could it be that it was you who led the Mo Qing sect here? Head Wu, don't get angry. I'm innocent. Master Wu, I've been most loyal and devoted to you for over 10 years. You even dared to resort to sophistry? Old Wu, don't lose your temper. Although we can't find any evidence, you can tell at a single glance that this was that Mo Ching sect brat's dirty work. We were guarding the outskirts of the mine, and at its center was a practitioner at the 9th layer of the acquired realm such as yourself overseeing the garrison. So how did that boy bypass our intricate trap right under our very noses? Forget about this chit-chat, we're in big trouble. The mining site the four of us are jointly in charge of was destroyed, and our ore reserves are all ruined. What are we going to do about the tax? The imperial court only wants the ore, not money. This is exactly the same trap we set for the Mo Ching sect. Xie Yan, ha ha ha, how impressive. I underestimated him. Please spare us a helping hand. Young Lord Ji Yuntao, you've come at last. The Jiangnan meeting is about to begin, and there's hardly any cold iron ore on the market. Gentlemen, there's no need to panic. I always planned for any eventualities. Moreover, it's not like we've lost. At least the mines of the Mo Ching sect have been destroyed, which has put them into a perilous situation. I have my own way of getting you all the cold iron ore you need. At this juncture, the one that can provide a large amount of cold iron ore for sale is the Great River Alliance. Only the Great River Alliance has the power to do that. Wonderful, especially since they're still brooding over the fact that they were forced out of Chufeng by the Mo Ching sect, so it's only proper that they join forces with us. Young Lord Ji really has the finesse to get things done. TL note, literally long sleeves that help one dance beautifully. What farsightedness and acute foresight. TL note, literally stand tall and see far. Since you have suffered grievance because of me, I'll take the lead for you on this one. Xie Yan really has some tricks up his sleeve. He was actually able to blow up the mine without anyone noticing. But the die is cast. Xie Yan, let me see how you'll hold your own in my game. Mo Ching sect Xufeng branch. Branch master, did you really blow up their mine? You didn't leave any loose ends, did you? Those local big shots have been operating in Xufeng for years. It can even be said that they have eyes and ears everywhere, so they can sneak attack the minds of our sect imperceptibly, but it would be very hard for us to achieve the same. In case they can get their hands on some dirt, Ji Yuntao will be able to oust the Mo Ching sect. Unable to sit or stand still. The minerals of the Jiangnan administrative region are highly valued. When it comes to ore, the imperial court will surely strike thunderously. Rest assured, my stunt was completely foolproof. I assure they won't find any evidence of wrongdoing. TL note, from Wiki, a circuit was a historical political division of China. Circuits originated in China during the Han Dynasty and were used as a lower-tier administrative division. For more information, Google Imperial Chinese Circuits. I was the one who did it. Pet my head more and more next. We'll have to figure out how to raise the mining tax. That's a problem too. We can only buy them on the market, but they're hard to come by, and even if we could, we wouldn't be able to gather the amount of cold iron ore we need. I do have an idea. How about paying a visit to the Great River Alliance? 5 days later, city of 11 Shan in Jiangnan, a place which sits atop a small hill, where an ancient school of beautiful mountains and creeks have stood through the ages. Its gates face the sea, where the three rivers have merged and flowed together for tens of thousands of years. I'd expect nothing less from the Great River Alliance, which controls the 18 waterways in Jiangnan. Such an extraordinary vibe. Especially the head boss, truly a heroine fashioned of cast iron and bronze filling. Great River Alliance head boss Zhen Zhenner. What a real surprise. I never thought I'd see a son of a bitch from the Mo Ching sect in my territory during my lifetime. Let me think, what should I do with you? I've come to meet the Alliance leader full of enthusiasm, but you're certainly a humorous individual. She's just like how our intelligence from the branch described her, with muscles as twisted as those of a giant bear, a female one. Too bad I have nothing to say to a whelp like you. Come, men. Break his 3 legs and throw him out. Why are you in such a rush to drive me away, Alliance leader? There's no harm in listening to my story, after which you can consider whether to feed me to the fishes or offer me a seat as a guest of honor. Ha, I guess you've got some courage. Fine. Since you've dared to come to our Great River Alliance alone, I'll listen to what words you're going to cook up. But if you don't tell me a good one, I'll personally tie you up and use you as bait to fish for sharks out at sea. I'm grateful to the head boss for doing me the honor. The story I'm about to tell you takes place in the Jiangnan Administrative Region. The Jiangnan Administrative Region is a vast and rich land, but two wolves don't accept each other and started fighting over its natural resources, building up a mutual grudge, even though they win or lose from time to time. As long as those foxes and dogs are deterred, each wolf can live a very comfortable life. But at this time, two lions came and fixed their eyes on the Jiangnan Administrative Region. The lions chose one of the wolves, eager to have a try at wresting control of its territory. If they succeeded, and the lions took over, would the other wolf be able to look after its interests? I'm sure the head boss must have made inquiries to get to the bottom of the recent events in Chufeng. The Mo Qing sect and the Great River Alliance are these two wolves. Although they have been fighting, they are well matched in strength and can't devour one another. The Taishan sect and the Buddhist Xianzhai are like hungry lions crossing the river. How can a mere Chufeng fill their bellies? If they don't swallow up the whole Jiangnan Administrative Region, it would be a huge letdown for Ji and Xie who have traveled thus far. The foundation of the Mo Qing sect isn't in the Jiangnan Administrative Region. If they get kicked out, it won't hurt them greatly, but the Great River Alliance will be on its own at that time. Head boss, are you really confident you can take on two top sects? Ha, you're really good with your tongue. What do they call it? A glib tongue? You must have practiced at 3CUN below Qing Xinc's navel, right? It's obvious that the Mo Qing sect is asking for our help, but with all this subterfuge you're making it sound like you're granting us a favor. It's just a little theory about working together towards common goals. I hope the head boss will see its finer points. Although there is some truth to your argument, a guest came a few hours earlier than you, and I have already agreed to cooperate with him. Haha, well met, Branch Master Xie. Oh, the guest? I'm Gao Bu Fan, a pupil from the Taishan sect. Elder Martial Brother Ji anticipated you would come, so he dispatched me bearing a great gift to lobby for the head boss support. Fortunately, I was able to accomplish my mission, and have already reached an agreement with the head boss. It seems that Branch Master Xie is doomed to return without success. Fellow from the Taishan sect, I wonder what gift has the Great River Alliance moving so. Ji Yun Tao is not bad indeed. It can even be said to be a scheme with no flaws, but according to the information the Mo Qing sect has on Zhen Zhenner, this giant bear of a girl isn't as straightforward as she seems. A few years ago, after taking over the position as head boss, she managed the Great River Alliance very cautiously. Originally, Wei Ru Dao took advantage of the considerable strife within the alliance to seize Chufeng before she had succeeded to its throne. Such a person wouldn't be able to tell the danger the Taishan sect and Buddhist Xianzhai pose by expanding their power to the Jiangnan Administrative Region. Unless she wants something from Ji Yun Tao, how would she so easily agree? Oh, Branch Master Xie, there's no need to inquire. Did you think I would tell? God, isn't it just a unity of yin and yang primordial essence reinvigorate pill? What's there not to say? Head boss? I've had a little setback while practicing my martial arts, and need to take a couple of the Taishan sect stash of unity of yin and yang primordial essence reinvigorate pills to cure it. I already have one now as a deposit. The remaining 3 will be given after the Jiangnan meeting, so whelp, it's useless even if you have a gargantuan reason. Considering your story was pretty interesting, please leave at once. It seems that the head boss has investigated me very well. Zhen Zhenner's injured? The Mo Qing sect didn't find out that information. But now that she's overtly revealing it to me, perhaps she's using the Taishan sect to pressure me into using the finger of nirvana? She must certainly have found out the secret about the matriarch's injuries, and that I used some miraculous method to heal her. Insolence! What do you intend to do by approaching the head boss? No one even said anything to stop me. Why are you so anxious? Under normal circumstances, how could Jin Jinner bow to her enemy and ask for treatment? But now, this is her chance, isn't it? When did the Taishian sect become the boss of the Great River Alliance? Make way for me. Ghostly bewilderment of the mind. Ha ha. Who in the world is more lovely than me? As I have led countless heroes to bow at my feet. How can I hide my gorgeous body under mere clothes? Behold, gentlemen. Feast your eyes on my beauty to your heart's content. This is the first time someone dares to run naked in the Great River Alliance's Ji Hall. Let's beat him up first, talk later. Since the nuisance is gone, I'll do as the head boss wishes. As expected of a demonic sect. That technique of holding someone spellbound at the flick of a hand is really impressive, but what surprises me even more is that a whelp like you has figured out my intentions in the blink of an eye? Isn't it just a matter of seeking medical help? Head boss, why beat around the bush? If it wasn't me who came this time, then what would you have done? Then I would have helped the Taishian sect get Chu Feng, and when you were kicked out of the Jiangnan administrative region, I'd secretly kidnap you. But it's just to seek medical treatment after all. If something isn't meant to be, it's no use trying to force it to happen. I'm an innate realm practitioner, so I'm not afraid of what tricks you have up your sleeve, but what if you committed suicide by biting off your tongue because you couldn't bear the humiliation? The head boss has a really domineering way of handling matters. Then please sit down and relax and see what I can do. This Jin Jinner's really concerned about her injuries. Even though I'm only a practitioner at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, if I attacked her vital points with the finger of flowery swords at this moment, it would not necessarily be impossible to break through her innate realm expert body protection innate energy. She actually dares to try it? It's a pity that I need her help and that I'm in an enemy camp right now, otherwise I'd really want to give it a go. This feeling, no wonder Yu Hongyan regards you as a treasure. Shrinks. Hey, was this Jin Jinner's injuries? This King Kong of a girl turned into a cute loli? What kind of amazing development is this? Phew, my innate energy has subsided. I haven't felt this good in a long time. I'm glad no harm has come to the head boss. At first, I was hoping to heal her by dick her at 70 to 80% power, but I never thought she would be cured instantly by directly deducting 200 origin points. I'm a little rusty after the Finger of Nirvana revamp. What I have been practicing is the innate realm technique scripture of valiant warriors of primeval chaos. However, because I experienced a deviation, the surging of innate energy scattered among all my limbs and bones, causing my physique to get bigger and bigger. Although it didn't hinder my strength, and it somewhat increased my formidable, if I carried on practicing it like this, I would have grown into a Tenjiang giant, which would be a bit inconvenient. Hoo-hoo, the head boss has finally regained her original body. If she had continued to grow, how would she have found a husband? Tough guys in tears, before the old boss was on his deathbed, he was always brooding over this. Your grandmother's ass. Do I even need a husband? Go get me some suitable clothes. No, her being unable to find a husband is not only due to her physique, but because she's a totally wild chick, grown up among a pile of men. Lord Xie Yan, that guy is no weaker than Ji Chang Wu. I'm tired and couldn't possess him any longer. Go back into my forehead for now and get some rest. The situation here is already settled. What the hell just happened? It must have been some demonic sect witchcraft. Hey, where's the head boss? Warn her to be careful not to get hit with this evil witchcraft. You know more about my own health than I do? I'm rather unhappy about this attempt of the Taishian sect and Buddhist Xianzhai to expand into the Jiangnan administrative region, but I needed your help, so I held my breath and consented. Now that my lingering condition has subsided, I don't need your unity of yin and yang primordial essence reinvigorate pill anymore. However, I used one of your pills after all, so I'll still sell you the cold iron or I promised you, not a caddy less. Thank you very much, head boss. Branch Master, I owe you a favor, but personal and private affairs aren't to be confused. The Great River Alliance and the Mo Ching sect have been feuding for a long time, so if you want us to enter into close cooperation, it's very likely that my clan members won't be convinced. However, I can sell the cold iron ore to the Mo Ching sect in my own name to solve your crisis. All I ask for is the cold iron ore. I apologize to the head boss for any inconvenience. Once she was free of the Taishan sect's yoke, Zhen Zhenner really made the most appropriate choice of helping the Mo Ching sect. As long as the Mo Ching sect stays intact, the Taishan sect won't be able to enter. In this way, the Great River Alliance will be able to not get involved and watch in amusement as the Mo Ching sect and Taishan sect duke it out with each other. This head boss really has some class. Not bad at all. This is exactly the kind of smart individual I'm fond of dealing with. All right, all of you, get lost. See the guests off. Elder Marshal Brother Chang Wu, are we really doing nothing like this? There was a big problem in the mining area. As a result, Xia Yan, who was the helmsman, left the mess and ran away. Yenner, don't be prejudiced against the helmsman. He has thought of a way to seek foreign aid. But what he is looking for is the Jiang Alliance, which hates me to the bone. How could he help the Demon Love Clan survive the crisis? Xia Yan is totally reckless. Younger marital sister Yenner, ordinary people may have no way to deal with this situation, but Xia Helmsman is no ordinary human and will definitely come back with good news. I hope you can show more respect to Helmsman, or I will suggest that you go back. Don't stay in Qingcheng to stir up trouble and shake the morale of the army. Ji Chang, will you say? Okay, can I shake the morale of the army? Can I stir the flames? Can I go? The sect made such a big mistake, I'm also anxious, but I can't help anything except fight. Master must be very disappointed with me. Mr. Yenner, why is she suffering here alone? What's bothering you? Why don't you tell me? What do you want me to do? I have nothing to talk to you about. According to Elder Marshal Brother Chang Wu, the mining area was done by the local forces in Chufengcheng, but there was no evidence to prove it. Miss Yenner, don't be nervous. In fact, Ji Yun Tao asked us to come to you. You want to ask Miss Yenner for help. Young Master Ji? How could he, a little girl, make him think about it? Miss Yenner is intelligent and beautiful. Mr. Ji is very impressed with you. If you hadn't followed Ji Yun Tao every day, how could we have been so impressed with you? Young Mr. Ji loves pure and kind-hearted women most. It's rare for Miss Yenner to meet the eye. The stupid woman with sensitive identity and silly white sweet is the best choice. Mr. Yan Ji turned out to be such an excellent woman, Mr. Yun Tao. He really said that? Now Mr. Yun Tao is quite upset. Xia Yan, the leader of Gui's own branch, ignores the overall development of Chufeng and causes many disputes. For example, there is no outsider in the mining area, so I dare to say that it is really not related to us at all, but in the final analysis, is it due to Xia Yan's unreasonable behavior? Ji Zongzi hopes Chufeng can be more stable and peaceful, so he wants to teach him a little bit, so he cannot be so reckless. Young Master Ji really hit the nail on the head. Xia Yan is really a bad hand disease. I want to hit him. If I can teach him a lesson and make people behave better, I really agree with him. What is Mr. Ji going to do? Xia Yan took advantage of our unprepared attack on the mining area, causing the mining area to be bombed out. It is very likely that Xia Yan will no longer be able to procure the mine. He has also caused numerous deaths and injuries, which is a heinous crime. This man is too insidious and cunning. Even young Master Ji has only collected some tiny clues, so he can't be convicted. As long as Miss Yenner writes down a letter accusing Xia Yan of doing it, Master Yun Tao will certainly appreciate you more. Is this really what Mr. Yun Tao means? I know that when the time comes, it will be more or less involved in the magic love sect, but it is also a little past that knows no one. All the blame was put on Xia Yan. It was Xie Yan who died when he fell down, which was not harmful to the overall situation. And you who have made such contributions are expected to succeed as the helmsman of the branch helm. Do you really think I'm stupid to this extent, or do you think I need a helmsman's position? Those who are destroyed are the mining area of my Mo Ching zone. Those who are killed or injured are the workers of my Mo Ching zone. Those who are ready to move are you quees. Now, do you want me to write down the personal documents that will affect the overall situation of Zone Men and let me betray Zone Men? You misunderstood it. It was, let me talk about it. Miss Yenner, you are not stupid, but only women understand women. For us women, a small family is same with a good home. Master Yun Tao wants you to betray the sect. Only in this way can he open his heart to accept you, the demon girl. If you think more about it, will you not be moved to marry Mr. Yun Tao, who is gentle and moist as jade, and live a life of only admiring mandarin ducks but not immortals? I hate Xie Yan, I'm crazy for Yun Tao, but now he just makes me feel sick. He makes me sick. I am Shi Yenner, the disciple of the great elder of Mo Ching sect. Why does he think that I will endanger the clan's interests and reputation? What does he think of me? Get out of here. Hi, according to the intelligence, she is a stupid girl with big chest and no brain. The plan failed. We did it in the name of Ji Yun Tao, but he would not find out. Ming Ji Yun Tao. What young master when you is, he is a mean person. I misread you. All blame Xie Yan. If he has a little bit so dignified gentleman-style son, how can I be the wildflower outside the flower maniac? Shishan City in Jiangnan, Chu. Do adults have a cold? The wind is strong near the river. Be careful of your health. It's okay. People who learn martial arts are not afraid of typhoid fever. Someone must miss me. Just don't know it's the Lord? Or kindness? Or is it you are you, Shi Yenner, Liang Min, Yu Xian Ji, Meng Qing Lian, Qi Luo Meng Tang, Bai Meng Meng, Homer, Huamer, Laner, Zier. My lord, you are too playful. I'm a natural beauty. It's normal for someone to like me. This man is so shady and weird that he wants to be beaten by ghosts. What's wrong with you, my lord? Nothing, just something. I'll go to Zhen Zhenner to exchange feelings. My lord, is Chinger not fragrant? Why do you want to find that Vajra Barbie? What are you proud of? Elder Marshal Brother G will clean you up sooner or later. I have to go back and tell Elder Marshal Brother G. 10 days later, Chu Fengchang, you're back at last. Helmsman, don't worry. Everything is okay in the past few days without you. Those guys in Chu Fengchang haven't made any trouble. Well, I worked hard to watch my family in Changwu. What about her? Once out of the door has been like this, tea and rice do not think, trance. Tut, it doesn't look like you're sick. It's like being hit by a denial, impossible, according to the teacher Yenner disposition, only can secretly stab this secret love, has no discerning courage Shi Yenner, hello. I'm back. Shi Yenner, hey. Come back. Sure, Xie Yan, have you finished the Jian League? Scared to death, goo. It's done. The mining tax stipulated by the imperial court has been settled again. What are you crazy about? Xie Yan, you're amazing. Xie Yan, have you finished the Jian League? It's nothing. You must subdue Chu Feng. You can't disgrace the reputation of Mo Ching sect. Tear off the face of Ji Yun Tao, a hypocrite. I don't know what caused you to change your attitude so dramatically, but anyways, it just so happens there's something I need your help with. Ji Yun Tao and I were on the same page this time, thinking that the Great River Alliance was the key to turning the situation around. And the head boss of the Great River Alliance, Zhen Zhenner, is quite the cunning female fox, female bear. She sold the cold iron ore to the Mo Ching sect and those local Chu Fong big shots simultaneously in an attempt to watch us safely from a distance whilst we fought, then reap the rewards. As a result, the situation is back to square one. No one is going to get a fruitful outcome out of all this fighting. Why is it a little chilly? I dare you to make a huge fuss again. I dare you be rude to Lord Xian. That the dignified Mo Ching sect is fighting to a standstill with this ragtag, backwater bunch is in itself the same as losing. If we were any place else, we wouldn't have even needed to take the mining rights into account. We have just wiped out their entire households and thrown away their ashes to the winds. Now that would be the way of demonic sex. However, I have a plan. Since our opponents are short on ore and their ships barely laden, we can expect them to arrive in Chu Fong within 3 days, so let's make sure their ore vessels never return. Pull the rug from under them? I had the same intention. In that case, Ji Chang-woo, survey the terrain, choose an ambush site, and recall our naval convoy troops. It's a bit risky, since our vessels will be unprotected, but that's right, if we don't have enough men at the branch, we'll just have to gather them all in one place and strike like lightning. Shiryener, in terms of martial arts, you and Chang-woo are subordinate to me in the branch, so when the time comes to seize their ships and rob the ore, you'll be on the vanguard. I'll freeze you to death, right? We'll take care of, Chu. Why is it getting colder in here? Good, the Chu Fong branch of the Mo Ching sect is going to turn out in full strength this time and land a big score. 2 days later, on your knees, hands behind your back, or we'll kill without mercy. Something's wrong, the ship is full of ordinary boatmen, not a single person from the local Chu Fong factions. Well, isn't it good that we achieved our goal without needing to fight at close quarters? It's impossible that they just transport the ore without any kind of precaution. Where are their men? Where are our enemies? You're telling me the issue isn't with the ship or ore but the people. I employed a mole to find out where the leaders of the Chu Fong factions were, and they were still in the city along with both Ji and Xie. So I thought I'd take advantage of the fact that there was no expert acting as a commanding officer and the moonless and windy night to seize the ore and kill the people on board without leaving any evidence. But now the situation looks like they were luring us to hijack the ship on purpose. That's why I'm worried that our intelligence was actually wrong, and that our opponents went to plunder our sects or vessels. What would you call this? A base race? Their ore is only a little over 3,000 catiest, while ours is no less than 47,861 catiest. What a nice trick indeed. Oh, Chang-woo, have some grapes to calm your anger. They're very sweet. Branch Master, how can I eat them? The Jiangnan meeting will be held the day after tomorrow, so even if we go buy ore from the Great River Alliance again, it'll be too late. Since the ship is full of ordinary boatmen who are just making a living off the river, don't slaughter them pointlessly. Keep them under control by feeding them meat and wine, then release them later. Was it one of Ji Yun Tao's plots again? It's always similar to the one I thought up. Interesting. As for our ore, it's too late to seek assistance, but don't panic. I'll take care of everything. See the outcome for yourselves at the Jiangnan meeting. Branch Master? Could it be you have something else up your sleeve? Meanwhile, hurry up, all of you. Don't leave even a slag behind. Move the ore ashore and take it back overland to Chu Fong. Young Lord Yun Tao's scheme was truly divine. First of all, by disclosing false information, so that the spies from the Mo Ching sect would think we were still in the city, when in reality we're already here in ambush. Secondly, by using 3,000 catiest of ore as bait to entice our opponents to leave their vantage ground 3, and make the Mo Ching sect guards leave, thus enabling us to plunder their ore vessels as easily as falling off a log. It's just a pity those ores were all bought with hard-earned gold and silver. Haha, madam, how you're being too stingy. With such an over-the-top business transaction like this one, where you can exchange 3,000 catiest for more than 40,000 catiest, the more of them the merrier. Remember what I told you, don't kill anyone at will. After the ore has been transported away, lock up those boatmen for the time being, and release them after the situation in the Jiangnan meeting is settled. The Mo Qing sect has run out of tricks. What can you do now, Xia Yan? Day of the Jiangnan meeting, Jiangnan Administrative Region, Xiakou. It said that young Lord Yun Tao is as gentle as he is dignified, for he doesn't flaunt his talents and notably lacks ostentation. Han Empire, Imperial Inspector of the Jiangnan Administrative Region, innate realm expert, Chao Tian Ho, in meeting you today, I can see that you're indeed a modest gentleman, worthy of the title gentle dignified prince. Senior is being overly polite. I'm just fortunate enough to be so often admired by others so as to be addressed by such a title. The so-called modest gentleman is really but undue praise. Miss Dao Yun has a mind as clear as her brilliance, refined bearing lofty natural charm, and whose countenance possesses the appeal of a divine finesse which beckons marvel, truly worthy of being called the most outstanding disciple of the Buddhist Xianzhai of this generation. Don't be sarcastic, senior. Only during this period of time I've been traveling outside the mountains did I feel that my practice is still shallow. I've cultivated a pure and clear sword intent for nearly 20 years in the monastery, but was somewhat faintly shaken when faced with this earthly, mortal world. For you to have had such a moment of enlightenment must have been hard already, but when you grasp the principle that which arouses my heart is nothing more than an illusory moon reflected on a pond, the psyche which protects my convictions is a morsel of my true self, then reaching the innate realm will come naturally. Dao Yun, your master's aunt, Imperial Consort Yun, instructed me in the capital to take special care of you, if we happen to meet in person. Please take your seats first. There are 8 commandeers and 8 cities in Jiangnan, namely Wuling, Jinyang, Linan, Sunchuan, Xiakou, 11 Shan, Shi, and Chufeng, which are collectively called the Jiangnan Administrative Region. The 8 districts were originally managed by 8 gangs. Eventually, the 11 Shan clique merged with 4 cities and 4 gangs to form the Dejiang League, which occupied almost half of the Jiangnan Road. A few years ago, Chufeng gang of the 5th city had just been incorporated into the Dejiang League and was driven away and replaced by the magic love sect Shiji. It happened that the old leader of Dejiang League passed away, which delayed the pace of its expansion. Even so, the Dejiang Alliance is deeply rooted and hard to shake, so you are right to start with the most unstable foundation of the magic love sect. Thank you for your advice. Well, the annual Jiangnan meeting starts from sunrise and ends at sunset. If it is going out of the east today, it is time for all major forces to come. The first ones are those mentioned by Mr. Wenyu. Manga girls. In today's Jiangnan meeting, although the taxes of the 4 of us are less than 3,000, they attach great importance to us. I hope Mr. Chao will accept it. 10,000 gene of cold iron ore is specially presented to the imperial court. Haha, you are so bold to bring here, just deliberately want me to know, right? However, this kind of intention is worth praising. Thank you for your help. Young Master Yun Tao asked the 4 of us to go to the Jiangnan meeting as soon as possible, so as to win the favor of Lord Chao, so as to deal with the evil sentiment sect. It's wonderful to take the mine of magic love sect to destroy magic love sect. Give 10,000 Catiust, the remaining 30,000 Catiust, enough for us to make a fortune. Another force is coming. It's the Xiakou gang. His family is good at training and controlling the finless porpoise. When fighting in the water, it can run as fast as thunder. It can't be overlooked. Leader Song of Xiakou sect the day after tomorrow, I've Mr. Chao. This family is the Wuling gang. Although the martial arts are not obvious, they have quite a lot of management methods. They have a lot of floating wealth and raise many strange people and scholars. Wuling leader Wu the day after tomorrow, haha, long time no see. Mr. Wu, I feel blinded every time see you. Ha ha ha, am long time no see, the day after tomorrow, leader Peng of Xicheng sect. This is Peng gang leader of the Xicheng gang. He is good at making sharp organs and weapons, and the Imperial Court attaches great importance to it. These three companies are nominally allied with the Dejiang Alliance and have been reluctant to merge into the alliance. If you enter Chufeng, you can get closer to them. If the Dejiang Alliance expands again and dominates Jiangnan Road, it will be called a first-class gang. Neither the Imperial Court nor other sects would like to see it. After all, the order of the Han Empire has been determined. If there is a big faction, there will be more disputes. Younger martial sister Xie, you seem to be absent-minded? I'm just thinking, is it too early to deal with the Dejiang Alliance? After all, I don't know what to do with Magic Love Sect. What's more, it happens to be the Dejiang Alliance and Magic Love Sect. You want to run when you win? Jay just got hooked. This gambling method you taught is really interesting. Come on, play another 100 laps. It's getting late. It's time to go to the south of the Yangtze River. However, it's not appropriate for our two families to go together. We'd better separate first. I hope Zhen Didou remembers what I promised at that time. Oh, you come here specially and flatter me with this mahjong to make sure I won't break my promise? Okay, I know in my mind that it's a pity that I don't use your Magic Love Sect shield. I'll ahead. Each year at the Jiangnan meeting, there are bound to be some who experience joy and some who experience sorrow. But I see that all of you who came here today look relaxed and comfortable, and even have the leisure to poke some fun at each other. Clan leaders, it looks like you didn't come to grief from your covert dispute with the Great River Alliance this year. The three of us changed our tactics this year, and employed a few small tricks. At long last, we were able to maintain our territory and keep the Great River Alliance at bay. No matter how cunning that Jin Jenner is, she won't get away without incurring punishment. I know what you're thinking, but according to the treaty the Han signed upon the founding of its empire, the court is only responsible for supervising, and has no right to interfere in the conflicts between sects and clans. But if the Mo Qing sect doesn't pay its taxes, then it's in violation of the agreement, and the court will have just cause for being able to support you. So we can set our minds at ease then. There's no way the Mo Qing sect will be able to pay the mining tax in full. Haha, can't you see they're afraid to come? They're too ashamed to show up. You brats of the Jiangnan administrative region and old codger surnamed Chow. I've missed you all so much. Here it comes. It's the sort of show of strength the Great River Alliance enjoys. Heavenly Fundamental Freedom Method. Great Boss Jin. Every time you greet someone, you do so with such enthusiasm, grandiosity, and unrestrained, it's a bit overwhelming. Last year, you even threw a boat over. But great boss, what's with your physique? Could it be that you have made some progress with your scripture of valiant warriors of primeval chaos, so that you are finally able to control your berserk innate energy? It's truly worthy of celebration. Old Chow, you're not bad yourself. I was thinking of running your brains through, but it looks like you're getting ever more proficient with your Heavenly Fundamental Freedom Method. Haha, you'd better come on in and have a seat. Anyway, what is this you threw at me? It seems to somewhat resemble the pai gow commonly played in gambling houses. It goes by the name mahjong, and it's very interesting. It's a gambling game invented by Branch Master Xie of the Mo Qing sect. How about we play a few rounds together? But there must be something to win. Hey, brats, why don't you bet your turf? I gave up on gambling years ago. Great boss, don't force others to do something against their will. Right, gambling is harmful for the body and mind, and corrupts social values. You should be more prudent, great boss. Enjoy gambling for a while too long, and your whole family will end up in unmarked graves. No fun. The Jiangnan meeting is about to start. Let's talk about gambling later. Lord Chow, it's getting late. All brave souls are here, except for the Mo Qing sect. We certainly can't waste everyone's time for this single household. Very well, then. Good gracious. Why has the sky suddenly turned dark? That is. A lone palanquin flying across the vault of heaven, accompanied by the sound of singing that's at one time as if in frustration and as if in yearning, but at another as if in sobbing and as if in confiding? I dwell in a bamboo grove, where the sky is unseen. The road whither is steep and dangerous. I arrive alone and lasted. Alone I stand on the mountain top, while the clouds billow beneath me. All gloomy and dark is the day, as the east wind drifts and God casts down rain. Waiting happily for the Divine One, I forget to go home. The year turns late. Who will bedeck me now? Gloomy and dazzling yet spiritual in nature. Who made this song? No, is there actually someone in the world who can pen such an ode? I can faintly feel lean energy pervading all around, but by scanning with my divine senses, this energy is superficial and not full. It seems to be an empty show of strength. Young Lord G, your Tai Xian sect is good at driving away wickedness. Why don't you have a look? I'll use my secret method to observe it. It's actually ghosts? However, their forms are vague and uncertain, so it's insufficient to bring harm, but it's still a method for communicating with spirits and controlling ghosts nonetheless. I've only seen this kind of unusual and nefarious technique in the ancient books collected by the sect. Where did the Mo Ching sect get this inheritance from? Sorry to have kept you waiting for so long. I, Xie Yan, the Mo Ching sect branch master of Chu Feng, am dreadfully ashamed for being late in preparing the ore for the tax payment. From what I've heard, isn't Branch Master Xie a practitioner at the 9th layer of the acquired realm? He's using his energy to control objects and soar through the skies. That's clearly a technique only an innate realm expert can use. How in the world did he manage to do it? Terrifying as he is, he certainly can't be, cough. Origin points obtained astonishment? 0.01 points, Peng Dali, Wu Liang, Long Xiao, Song Jin, Wang Qi Xiong, Xie Dao Yun. Oh, that's a good harvest of origin points. Judging by the way these clan leaders are talking, they probably didn't notice anything and think I'm an innate realm expert. Though innate realm experts such as Chao Tian Ho and Zhen Jenner can easily detect something odd, they seem to be unable to see ghosts. Hey, that Xie Dao Yun isn't bad looking, but it's a shame that she looks a bit too old-fashioned to be as arousing as my wife. Helmsman Xie deserves to be the devil's Tian Jiao. You are really extraordinary in expelling ghosts and channeling spirits. Yun Tao admires you. Only Ji Yun Tao, who has practiced the true formula of crepe myrtle in Zhong Tian, can see ghosts clearly. The skill of Tai Xian men is to conquer ghosts. The other side, I told Qinger not to get too close, but to use the art of night walking of ghosts in the distance. It was really the right choice. She is also hard at this wave of ostentation. Looking back, she will think about how to reward her. Mr. Yun Tao, I'm flattered. I'm just a little skillful. I can't stand on the stage and can't compare with the Huanglong Avenue of Tai Xian men. Xie Yan is the master of magic feeling. I've got one thing I don't know. Go ahead, helmsman. Why are there outsiders at the Jiangnan meeting? I don't remember that Tai Xian men and Fan Xian Jai were eligible to participate. These two people are my younger generation. They bring you to see the world. Thank you, helmsman. It's getting late. You'd better take a seat. Don't delay the Jiangnan meeting. Then obedience is better than respect. Oh, it seems that Ji Xie and his wife have a good relationship with the imperial court. They invited Chao as their thigh. Let me start with a few cliches. The process of Jiangnan meeting is fixed. You can just follow the process. On behalf of the imperial court, I am responsible for receiving mining taxes and maintaining order when necessary. Please negotiate the share of mining area. The imperial court will not interfere. However, if the mining tax is insufficient or the quality is too low, the court will take back the mining rights of the force. It will be distributed by other forces. As for whether you can get a satisfactory result in this Jiangnan meeting, it depends on your respective talents. Now, I'd like to present the mine books paid by the mining areas all over the country and sing them. Note: in Jinyang City, Jiangnan, from the 8th day of the first month of last year to the 8th day of the first month of this year, the total output of cold iron ore is 120,000 kilograms, high quality 45,000 kilograms, good 58,000 kilograms, qualified 12,000 kilograms, and defective 5,000 kilograms. We need to pay more than 36,000 kilograms of cold iron ore with sufficient tax. Note: in the 8th day of the first month of the year, the total output of cold iron ore is 110,000 kilograms, high quality 47,000 kilograms, good 5,500 kilograms, qualified 6 kilograms, and defective 5,000 kilograms. We need to pay more than 33,600 jin of cold iron ore with sufficient tax. Note: Wuling City, Jiangnan. Note: Linen City, Jiangnan. Note: River Mountain City, Jiangnan. Note: Moqing Sect Iron Area, Chufengchang, Jiangnan, from the 8th day of the first month of last year to the 8th day of the first month of this year, the total output of cold iron ore is 160,000 jin, high quality 79,000 kilograms, good 49,000 kilograms, qualified 27,000 kilograms, and defective 5,000 kilograms. It is necessary to pay a good tax on a cold iron ore of 40,800 jin and a full amount of mine tax. Xie Yin, how dare you talk nonsense and confuse black and white? What going on? Mr. Chow didn't know that there were some accidents in Chufeng mining area. The output on the book may be true, but the final mining tax is definitely not enough. Xie Yin, I thought you had any means, but I didn't expect to cheat the imperial court direly. It's an unforgivable crime. My mine is still on the way. How could it be lost in your mouth? Mr. Zhao, your dirty and innocent face is really ugly. On the way? Oh, thank helmsman, you can save it. Our people have been staring at the port only to see you back, but I haven't seen the loading ship come back. What road is your mine going on? Mo Qingzong is still hard at the end of his life. Pay the mine? You take your life. Helmsman Xie, do you have anything to say? What's the rush? Who stipulates to have to hand in mine? Wait a few hours just, be long hemorrhoid cannot sit? Senior Chow, the Mo Qing sect is bluffing and pointlessly stalling for time. I propose they be expelled from Chufeng. We're all well aware of the situation the Mo Qing sect is in, so there's no need for Branch Master Xie to put up a last-ditch struggle and lose his final shred of dignity. You would be better off backing down voluntarily, while you still can save some face. Are you still acting like you have no idea what happened at the Chufeng mining sites or how my ore disappeared? Oh, you people, don't be so cocky just because you have some ore in your palms. If the Mo Qing sect loses its mining rights, we'll act solely upon our will from then on. Don't get too excited now, but beware of when we settle the score with you in the future. Xie Yin, the Mo Qing sect dares to threaten us openly in public? Branch Master Xie, Senior Chow is still here watching. It's a bit too much to threaten these gentlemen from Chufeng right in front of him. Oh, Brother Yun Tao, don't get me wrong. The Mo Qing sect never seeks trouble for no reason. If we do, there will certainly be a reasonable motive. Ah! Branch Master, I gave these two bastards from Chufeng a beating for trying to touch Junior Marshal Sister Yen's thighs. Wah, you have to stand up for me on this one, Branch Master. Wah, if I don't get closure, I won't want to live anymore. See? I said there was a reasonable motive. Chang Wu, give these men back to Head Wu. This time, we'll leave it at a beating, but if it happens again, just castrate them. Gentlemen, you should eat and drink well, and keep your body healthy. If you don't, your whole family might suddenly die someday, and people will think it was the Mo Qing sect's doing. Xie Yin, it is obvious that it is that Yinner who's hitting people for no apparent reason. Your endless harassment is of no use here. If you can't produce the ore, then you'll just have to get lost. That's enough, Branch Master Xie. The Jiangnan meeting is no place for you to fool about. If you can't pay the mining tax, then I'll have no choice but to revoke the Mo Ching Sek's mining rights on behalf of the Imperial Court. Oh, my, I'm certainly not fooling about. Head Wu's men tried to take advantage of my junior martial sister. I can already be regarded as gentle as I am dignified for not having them castrated on the spot. Besides, who says I don't have ore? I've emphasized it so many times, it's on the way, it's on the way, please don't turn a deaf ear to me. They are here, they are here. I saw them coming this way. Guarding the waterway leading to Chufeng will certainly not stop my second shipment of cold iron ore. Cyane is back. It looks like Zhen Zhenner has kept her promise. How good this Cian is. He can even command an animal ghost with such a clear outline. It seems that the mine was most likely blown up before using a method to communicate with spirits and control ghosts. I anticipated you guys would continue with your little dirty tricks, so I entrusted Great Boss Zhen to help me bring the cold iron ore I bought for the Mo Ching Sek directly to Xiaoko. If it wasn't for the fact that mahjong game was indeed pleasing to me, I wouldn't have bothered with these trifles. Judging by the time, they should be here soon. What? Reporting, my lord. A new ore vessel has just arrived at the harbor. What? This can't be. If the Mo Ching Sek really has ore, then we. Young Lord G, you must come up with something quickly. Could it be that all our efforts have gone down the drain? Branch Master Xie is really quite capable. I'm impressed. It seems that the Great River Alliance doesn't intend to let the Mo Ching Sek be driven out of the game. Zhen Zhenner is a rather amazing woman. But no harm, I've long had my mind prepared for this. Dao Yun, if the Mo Ching Sek turns over the mining tax honestly, then I won't be able to do anything. The Imperial Court has to abide by its treaty. Senior Chao doesn't need to hesitate because of me. The Buddhist Xin Jai has no intention of breaking the rules. It's getting late. Since the Chufeng mining tax has arrived, let's start the ore inspection. City of Jinyang in Jiangnan, 5 ore vessels carrying a total of 36,500 catiest of ore of fine and excellent quality. City of Xiaoko in Jiangnan, 6 ore vessels carrying a total of 34,000 catiest of ore of fine and excellent quality. City of Chufeng in Jiangnan, Mo Ching Sek mining sites, 12 ore vessels carrying a total of 40,600 catiest of ore of fine and excellent quality. City of Weiling in Jiangnan. City of Lenin in Jiannan, City of Xi in Jiangnan. I heard that in order to suck up to the Imperial Court, you paid 7,000 more in taxes this year, totaling 10,000 catiest. That's really impressive. What are you trying to say? Don't be so proud of yourself, Xie Yan. We have many years ahead of us. Many years ahead of you? That's all very nice and sweet, but I'm not sure if you'll ever get the chance. Something's not right. Xie Yan's attitude is too odd. Could it be that besides buying from the Great River Alliance twice, he has something else up his sleeve? City of Chufeng in Jiangnan, Chufeng faction's mining sites, 1 ore vessel carrying a total of 10,000 catiest of ore of premium quality. That's not right. How could the Great River Alliance have sold ore of the highest quality when they only paid their taxes by using fine and excellent quality ore? Could the ore be fake? But I specifically told them to check the ore when it was robbed. Don't tell me these old foxes of Chufeng can't differentiate if they're genuine or not even after all these years of mining? Haha, only ours is of premium quality. I'm sure it will leave a deep impression on the Imperial Court. Even if we can't oust the Mo Ching sect, as long as we gradually work on our schemes, we can still look forward to the future. There won't be a future. What do you mean, young Lord G? Although we lost this round, not only did we not fail to claim profit from the Mo Ching sect, we didn't sustain any serious damage. It doesn't make sense for Xie Yan to be playing tricks on us now. These old foxes of Chufeng have completely misjudged him. I have an objection. After all, you're 1 move behind. There's a problem with the ore. You gentlemen are out of the game. I want to report the Chu Feng factions for practicing fraud and using fake ore to deceive the imperial court. How is that possible? We examined the ore. It can't be fake. Besides, this ore was sold to the Mo Ching sect by the Great River Alliance. How could there be a problem with it? Could it be that the Great River Alliance, thinking of requiting injury for kindness, intended to lay a trap for the Mo Ching sect at the Jiangnan meeting? Unless the Great River Alliance's counterfeiting techniques are beyond our imagination? And we're the ones who fell into it as a result? Old Wu. Ah. Watch your mouth. I know how to conduct myself and my own business. I stick to whatever I blurt out and absolutely loathe engaging in such crooked dealings. If I hear you starting any of those rumors again, the Great River Alliance will send all of you out to sea free of charge as a token of affection for the sharks. Branch Master Xie, the ore inspectors didn't report anything wrong earlier. Do you have any grounds for questioning the Chu Feng factions? I'm certainly not one of those people who's all talk and no cider. Do I have any grounds? Of course I do. Cold iron ore of the highest quality is rare. With the small mining quota they have, how could they get their hands on 10,000 cattiest of premium quality? Even if they bought them from another power, they wouldn't be able to get such top-notch quality. Senior Chow should be more careful. If by any chance fake ore had been shipped back to the Imperial Court, how would you have reported the fulfillment of your task? I've cut one at random. Please have a look, everyone. Wait a minute, even an ordinary first layer innate realm expert may not be able to cut open premium quality cold iron ore in such a lighthearted manner. So how did this Yin? Hey, why is the ore core cyanide? The cold iron ore core should be a variegated, technicolor black. I'll be damned. The ore is fake. And here I was wondering why Master Xie cut one open so casually. That's because Branch Master Xie's fingering technique is really amazing, isn't it? If Head Wu of Chu Feng had such ability, it would be unlikely that he wouldn't be able to tell if they were real or not. Unless they were seriously planning to fool the Imperial Court with bogus goods. So that's how it is. If I had gone to examine the ore on that very day, it would have been unlikely that I would have had to endure such humiliation today. Maybe because I didn't know enough about cold iron ore, I trusted those old foxes too much and ended up lacking diligence. Great River Alliance, the major counterfeiters, alas, some people just enjoy counterfeiting these days. Luckily, Branch Master Xie was here, otherwise the reputation of the mining industry in the Jiangnan administrative region would be affected if counterfeit goods were to flow into other nations. I thought it wouldn't be possible to check the authenticity of these ores without being an innate realm expert, but I didn't expect a whelp like Xie Yin to have such ability. Apparently, I'll have to improve my skills and wait for the final version of the fake ores to be shipped to a neighboring nation to land a huge payday. Although there are fake ores, medicines, weapons, and so on in all walks of life in the Han Empire from time to time, they are usually used to fool the neighboring barbarian nations. I never expected that someone would use them to cheat the Imperial Court. You don't want to live anymore? Impossible. The Mo Ching sect must have planted these fake ores to slander us. Yes, that's definitely it. Shut up. Heavenly Fundamental Freedom Method. Fakes. The whole ship is loaded with fakes. Re-examine them. Draw one of every 100 ores from all clans. I'll check them all myself. I've presided over the Jiangnan meeting for over 10 years, but this is the first time I've seen such foolhardiness and contempt for the Imperial Court. This must be strictly investigated. I'd rather kill by mistake than to let someone get away with it. This ore is from the Mo Ching sect. The Mo Ching sect is setting us up. Lord Chow, we've been framed. Haha, just take a look at this. Do you see that? It's the live version of lying through one's teeth. Let's not even mention how your ore is fake for a moment. Why is the Mo Ching sect's ore on your ship? Why don't you just tell us? Flick, you made me waste so much money on buying ore. I'll get even with you sooner or later. It's you, Xie Yin, who's behind all this. God knows what kind of mysterious and occult arts your sect has up its sleeve. Don't be fooled by the crafty tricks of a demonic sect, Lord Chow. We will. You're actually babbling nonsense in front of an official appointed by the imperial court and deliberately distorting the truth? So what if I'm from a demonic sect? I can guarantee the quality and quantity of the mining tax I pay. Senior Chow, just conduct the investigation. If the Mo Ching sect is found to have committed even the slightest tax evasion, I, Xie Yan, will be truly damned. The local Chu Feng factions are guilty of fraud. They are to be expelled from the Jiangnan meeting and deprived of their cold iron or mining rights. The exact punishment will be discussed after the Jiangnan meeting has concluded. Senior Chow, we're innocent. We are being framed by the Mo Ching sect. Please render us a fair judgment, Senior. Continue the ore inspection. All men, obey my orders and get me the ore. Dear clan leaders, please allow us to climb aboard your ships once more to select the ore for inspection. Sure, take and check whatever you want. I, Old Wu, guarantee they're all real. It's all right if you want to check them all. Old Wu, what idiotic crap are you on about? If we spent all our time on ore checking, we wouldn't be able to hold the Jiangnan meeting. When you're picking the ore, poke around everywhere and take everything from every nook and cranny you can. I'll get a few of my people to help you out, so hurry up and get it done fast. Then we thank you in advance, Boss Jin. By the way, head boss, lend me a few men to help move my ore to my ore is all from the Great River Alliance, so feel free to check them at will. This is truly unfortunate. Those 4 gentlemen from Chu Feng were actually such good people. Why did they suddenly do something so foolish? Alas. Xie Yan, you whelp, don't try to act nice after getting the better side of the deal. It's creeping me out. Haha, you sure know how to crack jokes, Big Boss Jin. I'm deeply impressed by Branchmaster Xia's wisdom. If Branchmaster Xia weren't from a demonic sect, I would have had a nice exchange with you at the very beginning. Origin points obtained appreciation, 0.01 points, Ji Yun Tao. Brother Yun Tao's words are narrow-minded. Although I'm from a demonic sect and have gone toe-to-toe with you, am I not a good person if I pay my taxes honestly and show brotherly affection for my neighbors? He's actually displaying real appreciation for me. Ji Yun Tao's words and deeds are as one, so except for his different standpoint, there's really nothing to find fault with. It's said that the origin of a brave individual is of no significance, but when you divide people into followers of righteous and demonic sects, and start off with subjective prejudice from the very beginning, how can you say that you can judge a person clearly? What righteous or demonic sects? What good people or rotten spawn? The way I see it, you're all just a bunch of obnoxious dumbasses who only want to get the most profit out of the Jiangnan administrative region. Boss Jin, aren't you practically the same? Wasn't it the Great River Alliance who wanted to scoop up the profit in previous years? I didn't say it wasn't. Why are you digging up old scores? Shouldn't we pull together to condemn these outsiders at a time like this? Surname Wu, are you looking for a fight? Apu. Who wants to be with you? You old spinster who can't get married. These gentlemen from the Jiangnan administrative region sure get along really well. Branchmaster Xie, is your vision blurred? Putting aside the good and the bad, the excitement is real. They won't be quarreling for long. Things on Senior Chow's end should be over soon. The last piece. Real and of fine quality. Except for that small ship, all the ore we checked was real. That's great. Gentlemen. Oh, how did the inspection go, Lord Chow? No problems, I presume? Old song, you needn't have asked. What else could there be? I'm sure there were no problems. Please rest assured, gentlemen. All your ore is real. That's good, that's good. It's just like I said. There are few people who would dare to deceive the imperial court. Now that the ore has cleared the inspection, it's time to move on to the next stage. That's right. The ore inspection took far too long. Let's continue with the distribution of quotas and mining rights for the cold iron ore in the Jiangnan Administrative Region. Here comes the main highlight. Since Chu Feng has gone off the rails a bit, let's start with it. I recommend Xie Dao Yun of the Buddhist Xianjai and Ji Yun Tao of the Taishan sect to replace the local factions in Chu Feng. Does anyone have any objections? As expected, this man surnamed Chao was helping both Ji and Xie in invading Chu Feng, only to be downgraded from the Mo Qing sect's mines to the ones held by the local Chu Feng factions. The gap in expectations couldn't be any bigger. I agree. The first one to jump out was actually Zhen Zhenner, so much for the good times we shared together. What do you mean by this, Big Boss Zhen? Nothing much. There are plenty of lively people who can keep me company for a game of mahjong. She really doesn't have any consideration for other people's feelings. Indeed, if both Ji and Xie settle into Chu Feng and form a tripartite rivalry with the Mo Qing sect to keep each other in check, the Great River Alliance will have no other opponents worth dreading. Why is the Great River Alliance suddenly supporting Ji Yun Tao again? I thought they didn't want the Taishan sect to enter the Jiangnan Administrative Region. Don't tell me the Taishan sect and the Buddhist Xianjai are really going to enter Chu Feng? Calm down. When it comes to the distribution of mining quotas, the imperial court only has the right to recommend. At worst, there will only be a scuffle. As long as the Mo Qing sect has its reputation and they don't beat the daylights out of me, how can the both of them move in by relying on voting? A righteous sect isn't like a demonic one. They don't have the fine tradition of bullying the weak with their might. At least for this Jiangnan meeting, I'll face off against Xie Dao Yun and Ji Yun Tao at the most. The innate realm experts of their sects supporting them won't act if they want to keep their dignity. Besides, if it's a vote, I may not necessarily lose. I'm against it. I also object. Likewise. We can have one major sect in the Jiangnan Administrative Region, but not more than two. If the Taishan sect and the Buddhist Xianjai resent that Chu Feng isn't enough for them, what would we do if they follow the example of the Mo Qing sect and take over our territory? It's enough to have the Mo Qing sect fighting in the arena with the Great River Alliance. With two more major sects squabbling endlessly with the Mo Qing sect, God knows if Zhen Zhenner won't be able to get her hands free to deal with us. No matter what, we'll oppose the Great River Alliance. I'm against it too. The minds of the local Chu Feng factions are so small that Brother Yun Tao and Lady Xia would feel wronged, so why not hand them over to the Mo Qing sect in order to reunite them under its control? There are 4 votes against. The Great River Alliance controls 4 cities, so 1 vote counts as 4 votes for. Since you all can't reach a consensus, then let's do it according to custom. Together with Xie Dao Yun of the Buddhist Xianjai and the Ji Yun Tao of the Taishan sect, we will decide the victor by martial combat. The contest will be for the former quota of the local Chu Feng faction's mines. I won't participate. Chu Feng is very far from Xiakou, so I couldn't care less. I won't get involved either. There are numerous estates in Wuling, and we have friendly relations with various sects, so there's no need to offend a major sect for a small mining site. Although the city of Xi is adjacent to Chu Feng, we have always been content with our lot and don't wish to meddle into other people's business. I'll abstain. Xi, Chu Feng. What a bunch of chickens, you've already pissed yourselves before you even started. Allowing outsiders to get a kick out of seeing this for no reason. I really can't bear to watch. Big Boss Zhen, are you taking part too? Well, what do you think? I didn't realize that Big Boss Zhen was concocting a sinister plot against me too. I thought that with our friendship, even if you looked on without lifting a finger, you wouldn't hit a person when he's down. Even though it's quite unlikely that she'll end up taking part, this girl's brain is wired remarkably well, so I can't help but be on guard against her. She is an innate realm expert, so even Ji Yun Tao and I together can't defeat her. Personal friendships should be put aside for the moment. Now we're fighting each other for the interests of our respective sects and clans, and I have courage and justice on my side. Not to mention that delightful game of mahjong. I even gave away something precious to Big Boss Jin on that day. Never mind, I'll just pretend it was a dream that utterly touched me even after I woke up. Didn't I use or to offset the favor? So why the hell are you bringing this up? Something precious? Could it be that Branch Master Xie? I was wondering why Jin Jenner suddenly recovered. Perhaps it was a demonic sect secret method for gathering one's vitality and strengthening one's foundation, which allowed her to control her berserk innate energy. A few shiploads of ore and she dispatches Branch Master Xie without a single notice. He must have sustained a huge loss. Shut up, you sons of bitches. Whatever, my health is really not something some insignificant shiploads of ore can measure up to. The Great River Alliance also withdraws. We're not going to get involved in your Chu Feng's trifles. You guys can just go play by yourselves. If one discarded the Mo Ching sect's portion, the Chu Feng territory would be left with only a paltry share, so once the Taishan sect and Buddhist Xianzhai came in, the Mo Ching sect and them would beat each other's brains out, which would be in the best interests of the Great River Alliance. Junior Marshal Sister Xie. I have no comment. Just do as you see fit, Elder Marshal Brother G. Then thank you very much, Junior Marshal Sister, for your help in achieving our goal. I'd also like to express my deepest gratitude to Senior Chow for his recognition of my efforts and advocating on my behalf. I'm forever indebted to you. I just gave a recommendation. Success or failure is up to you. No need to be overly polite. Yun Tao, in the end, the bloody battlefield will be shared between us two. A bloody battlefield is an over-exaggeration. If Branch Master Xie were only at the 6th layer of the acquired realm, I would have conceded on this occasion. After all, in terms of scheming, I have already lost and have accepted it wholeheartedly. Yet it's really not easy to give up just like that after making arrangements for so long. Fortunately, Branch Master Xie is also at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, so it's not like I'm bullying the weak by having a competition with you. Brother Yun Tao, please guide me. Oh, so this is the way of righteousness. As long as it's not a matter of right and wrong, there are rules to be followed when engaging in a fight. How lovely. I like it. Branch Master Xie, please guide me. Branch Master Xie, although we're both at the 9th layer of the acquired realm, I am more or less your senior in terms of experience. So there's no need to be polite. Just go ahead and make your move. Since you said so. Brother Yun Tao, please guide me. Condensing one's innate energy to fire a sword tip from one's fingers. How wonderful it is that the finger of flowery swords of the Mo Ching sect can perform such a miraculous feat even at the 9th layer of the acquired realm. Limitless unpolarization force. Limitless unpolarization force. I had heard from Chang Wu that this defensive method is one of the moves of the true heavenly mantra of the primordial god. It can use all the force borrowed from an attack as a dissipation force and use it to neutralize the attack. I didn't expect that even a power as cohesive as the finger of flowery swords could be dispelled by it. With a defensive method no less powerful than divine impact of Zen, and of the same level, I'm afraid this will be a long-lasting battle. Although I can use the finger of Nirvana to recover my state, it will deplete origin points after all, so I should use it sparingly if possible. Let me exchange blows with him up close and personal for now. 7 Autumns of the Big Dipper W, Divine Impact of Zen. Reflect. It is very interesting that this move, which is similar to the Heavenly Guard, but not the same as it, can generate a repulsive force. I've never seen anyone else from the Mo Ching sect use this technique. Branch Master Xie, could this be a unique technique that was developed by being